Hello? Disney did what? Spider-Man's doing what? Are you kidding me? You know what, man? Screw this. First Lion King, now Spider-Man. I'm done with Disney. Disney sucks. 3 days later. Pring! Hello? What? Disney's doing what? Who's Spider-Man? I don't give a shit about Spider-Man. Hey, guys, welcome to the Fake Nerd Podcast, episode 167. I'm Ron Opeña. I'm very conflicted about Disney this week. I'm joined by my good buds, Brandon T. McClure.
Conflicted is a word for it.
Yes, and Ben Magnet.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Sparks Woody could not be with us because he's at the Disney.
Yeah,
he's being a Disney boy.
He's at D23 right now.
He's at D23 experiencing all this
stuff.
Talk
about Disney shill. He works for Disney.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Disney conventions.
His alter ego maybe does.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sure. Yeah. What's up, guys? It's been a week.
Yeah,
it's been a whole week since the last saw you.
As always.
As always. How was your week, Ben?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do anything positive?
I did actually. I did a lot of. Yesterday was actually a very nice day. Fanny and I, we spent the whole day together. We went to my her nephew's birthday.
Okay.
And it was fun. Do you guys remember like places like DZ Discovery Zone or the big at Chuck E. Cheese's those big tube things? Those
I remember McDonald's play zones.
Yeah, the play zones, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his birthday was at a place like that, and obviously,
why are you friends with a 7-year-old?
I'm not. It's her nephew.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So
but why are you friends with a 7-year-old?
That's my girlfriend's nephew. So I
thought you were about to stop at my girlfriend. I was gonna be like, buddy.
No,
that's a different show.
No.
Welcome to Fake Nerds After Dark.
No. That is no. I do not want the FBI crashing through that door right now. Okay,
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No.
What else, Ben?
Let's see. So we had a really good time at his birthday party, and he turned 3 years old. And then we just went out. We're just like chilling at the shops, playing Pokemon Go, and we were just shopping around. And I found this really cool book right here called The Game Console, which is a visual history of almost every game console ever made and produced.
I want the audience to know that even though we are a
I know.
audio medium,
I brought the book. I know.
Brought the book.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I brought the book is because I'm gonna flip to a random page and tell you about the systems that I probably never even heard of. Oh yeah, the NEC PC Engine. Do you guys know what the hell that is?
Yeah, it's my grandma's name. What up, Granny? NEC PC 29. What up, girl?
Was she a robot?
Yes.
This is the Japanese version of the TurboGrafx 16. Do you know what the TurboGrafx 16 is?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the Japanese version.
No, I don't.
Oh,
a lot of those American consoles are just
like
the same thing in a different country.
Well, like who the hell has heard of the VTech Creative Vision from 1982 or the Epoch Cassette Vision in 1981?
If you have, write in.
Please
tell us about your retro gaming love.
Please, yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So I was actually gonna get another book, and then we found this, and Fanny was like, "Hey, maybe you should get this book instead." Because I'm writing for Old School Gamer magazine. My latest article just went up last night.
I will link that below.
Oh, thank you. And I think this is going to help me because there are a lot of systems in here, both in Japan and the United States and even Europe, that I never knew existed. Mm-hmm. Like one of them that I did hear about was like the Apple Ping Ping. Have you ever heard of that? Or the Pin Pin?
That sounds like a...
Those are two very different things. The Ping Ping.
I think it's
the Apple Ping Ping sounds like something I did last night.
It came out in the 90s. I'll try and find it, but
I think it originated in the 1800s. Actually,
no, it came out in the 90s. But
do you understand what I'm talking about, Ben?
What are you talking about?
It's a sex position.
Oh God, no.
The Ping Ping.
No, not that. But
wait, I think I just saw something from Flubber. Go back.
What?
Flubber?
Flubber.
Are you talking one more?
Okay.
Keep going.
This is beautiful, you guys.
Oh my gosh, they can't see this.
Oh my God, this
the
this
Virtual
looks like
Boy,
the damn robot from Flubber.
Yes, this is the Nintendo Virtual Boy.
Oh, that's a real system. Yeah.
No, look at
that's
doesn't it look like the robot from Flubber.
The yellow one.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah,
kind of does.
Doesn't she fall in love with him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't
and they have a child together.
Wasn't that? Oh God, what was her name?
Hell?
It was that famous. It was the actress who was the voice artist for Ariel.
Yeah,
Jodie Benson.
Hey guys, just so you know, Flubber's a really weird movie when you grow up.
Hey, what's the? If you want to make a napkin dance, you just got to put
the
a little
Pippin.
boogie in it.
That's what it is. I got it wrong. The Apple Pippin came out in 1996.
The Pippin.
Yeah,
I don't want it anymore. I just want the Ping Ping.
Hey, you want to know how much it cost when it released?
$600.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
$5.99.
I'm telling you, I know my Ping Pings.
I kid. How do you know this?
I don't know.
Wait, that's a lot of money for a console back then.
Back then, hell yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
I mean, it's a lot of money for a console now.
Yeah.
Like,
game cartridges used to cost like $80 in like the 90s. Like people complain about game prices now, but they're the best they've ever been for the amount of content we're getting.
Yeah.
$60 is nothing, man.
Yeah. So this book is definitely gonna help me write my articles because there's a lot of consoles out there. I'm like, wait, that was a thing.
I love it.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. So that was fun. I saw Ray or Not last night. with Fanny.
Yeah.
I dug it.
I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, you guys haven't seen it yet, right?
Not yet.
Yeah. Definitely. It's I quite enjoy it. It's definitely it's like it straddles the line between dark comedy and thriller, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's. I liked that ending. I liked that ending a lot. It had a twist in it that you thought it was going to go one way, and then it goes a totally different way, and you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
I have a feeling. I have an idea what the twist is, and I hope it's not that, because I think that's real lazy. But I've heard good things about the movie, so I don't think it is.
I still really enjoyed it.
Okay.
The scenes in the trailers, like where they kill the maids, it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder's hilarious. Watch Shadow of the Colossus Basement Arcade, where we kill lots of things.
I also watched Basement Arcade Sonic Mania. That finally went up this week.
You guys finally put up season 2 of Basement Arcade.
Heck yeah, baby.
We did a lot of Basement Arcade.
Gotta go swiftly.
And
gotta
go speedy.
Gotta go quickly.
Yeah.
The boys. Fake Nerd Watch special went up this week.
The boys went up as well. Yes.
Boys are back in town.
As we like to say, they arrived in town just on time.
Yeah.
Anything else, Ben?
Good God, what else did I do?
Good God.
I started watching Samurai Jack.
Season 5?
Season 5. And also, I started watching one of my favorite animes on Verve. It's doing a simulcast right now, so I'm like, okay, I'll just wait, because I caught up, and then I was like, oh man, I can't wait. I need to watch more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like, it's doing a simulcast, so it's subtitled, but I'm like, hey, at least I get to watch it.
Yeah, man,
How are
comes
you
out.
liking Samurai Jack season 5?
I am loving it. I watched the first disc in its entirety, and then Fanny fell asleep. I was going to watch the second disc, and she's like, no, don't watch it. I'm like, why not? She's like, because I want to catch up. Because she started watching with me, she fell asleep, and I just continued watching it, because after...
That's bad of you.
How is it?
She fell asleep and you continued to watch it without her? That's cruel.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
You were just giving me so much shit today,
I'm just
Ryan.
joshing, yeah.
I know. And yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'll wait. Because that show's really good. That show's really good.
Yeah, that 5th season's real good.
Oh, it is. I am loving it, Brandon. That is a whole crap.
Hey, you like Gurren Lagann?
I love Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
What?
Giant robot heads. Samurai Jack.
Why'd you bring up Gurren Lagann?
You'll see.
Okay.
Damn dog, crossover.
And huge shout out to Downright Nerdy.
As always.
As always, but not only that, I
started a network. With a bunch of people that we don't talk about on the show.
I know.
We talk about Downright Nerdy.
Yeah, so not only does the shout out go to Downright Nerdy, this also goes to Dave at Geek Fine Art as well on Instagram for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is I won Downright Nerdy's giveaway. And I was actually watching their Instagram live video, and Michael was wearing our shirt.
Hell yeah, I was.
He was wearing a shirt. He pulled me over, or he showed the cameras, because
like police officer.
Geek Fine Art was like, hey, they're here. And also, Ben, Geek Fine Art is going to be at LA Comic Con. And we have plans to go to LA Comic Con. So
yes, we do. We had plans to try and go to LB
Long Beach, yeah, but unfortunately
those did not go through.
Yeah, which is a bit bummer. But we're definitely going to go to Los Angeles. That's a definite, right?
Yeah, I got to get the Blue Rangers autograph.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we're only going so Brian can get the Blue Ranger.
It's the only reason. Just moral support.
Like, no joke, that is the only reason why I'm going.
I just like going to LA. I really like that convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he offered us to go hang out at his booth, and if we need a place to rest, his booth is essentially a safe point.
We can
for
be
us.
booth babes.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm into it.
No, Ryan is the booth babe. Ryan is the
slave Leia.
He is the sexiest of all of us.
Thank
I
you.
have to say.
Oh, thanks. Stop it.
You know it's true.
Do I?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it.
Well, I'm saying it is. You
Welcome to Fake Nerd After Dark.
Now it's from Fake Nerds After Dark. But yeah, huge shout out to Downright Nerdy, and all yesterday I was just messaging with Michael, and yeah, even on their episode they gave me a huge shout out because I did a Mark Hamill Joker impression for them. They were like, dude, do more of that.
Also, Just a Rican did a shout out
today.
So that was cool.
Thank you, Mr. Rican.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So that was my week.
Yeah.
And my yesterday. That was a pretty big day. I had a lot of fun.
You look like a lot of fun on your Instagrams.
Thank you.
You were too tall for those play rides.
I was, but you know what? Then we went to Spirit Halloween. I really wanted...
Popping up, baby.
I know. So what I wanted to do when we got to that Spirit Halloween, I wanted to turn Instagram on and put the music to "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year" as I'm walking in, and fans like, no, we don't need to do that. Let's just go inside.
It is the most wonderful time.
It is, and
I really like those Sandman, the Sandman puppy TikTok videos.
Oh, okay, TikTok, got it.
Oh, the kitty one.
There's a puppy one. There's a kitty one. There's a rabbit one.
Oh wow,
they're all great.
Okay.
TikTok,
they're all the same,
the
but
gift
I like
that
them
keeps
a lot.
on giving.
Dun 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 dun.
It's so good.
dun,
It
dun.
is.
Anyway.
Yeah,
That
those are
just
super
reminded me of
cute.
that.
Those
Alright.
are really cute.
Yeah, so spirits are coming up. I'm super happy. I'm like, yay, give me more spirit. And I wish I had more money because I really want that Oblivion Keyblade. They had it at the spirit I went to, which is right up the street from where we're recording right now.
Ooh boy.
Yeah, I'm not all other stuff is open, but it's up, I should say. The store is open, not all the stuff is up.
Yeah, they still got some time.
Because it's August. And
Yo, man, Walmart already has Christmas stuff, so like whatever.
oh, they do?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Ugh, blasphemy.
Yeah,
That's
no.
not all they got.
They also got walls.
Yeah. And
And
Marks. That was a good one. Fist
I
bump
like
that.
that we both have the same stupid thought.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's it.
That's damn, I did have a busy day. Holy
good.
crap.
Good. I'm proud of you, bro.
What about you, Ryan?
Thank you.
So, after Marvel announced that they're going to do the Marvels podcast, I decided to listen to Wolverine: The Long Night.
How is it?
It's incredible.
Yeah?
It's won awards and it's all this acclaim for a reason. Wolverine's barely in it. It's about these two detectives going to Alaska to there's a big grisly murder, like a series of murders that involve heavy slashing and gore and stuff. And Wolverine also happens to live there at the time, so it's kind of like everyone's trying to find out where Wolverine is and how he's involved. And Richard Armitage as Wolverine is very good. He's like what I imagine Wolverine to sound like actually, really gruff, and they always describe Wolverine. He's short and stout, and he's like a big slab of meat. And I'm like, oh my god, I love Hugh Jackman, but like that's the Wolverine I want, man. And like he just has such like a grizzle to his voice, and I'm like, yeah, Thor and Oakenshield, you're a cool guy.
Richard Armitage for Wolverine. How tall is he in real life? Because I know he played a dwarf in the Hobbit series, and that's not his
I don't
real
know.
height.
He's also very handsome.
I think he might be
he
a
is very-
little too old for
He
what
might
they
be,
want.
if they're trying to cast for a while.
Yeah.
He might be too old. Yeah.
I think they might want
But,
to try younger.
That is a very, very well made show. It's very spooky too, and each one's 30 minutes long, and there's like a 15-minute break, just like a TV show. But man, it's free on Spotify. Ben, I know you listen to a lot of stuff at work. I think you should listen to it because it's really good.
I think I was
It's
listening.
It's
also-
legitimately great.
It's also on iTunes.
It's also on iTunes. Now that it's free, it's everywhere. Yeah.
Besides listening to us and Downright Nerdy and other podcasts while I was at work, I started listening to Talking Tunes
Yeah.
with Rob Paulson. Man, he is a funny guy. All the voice actors.
Oh yeah, man.
Just hearing Goofy or Bill Farmer as Goofy recite. I know it's up on YouTube, but listening him recite lines from The Godfather is the greatest effing thing.
Wake me up.
Wake me up.
So I listened to the first season of that, and the second season's out. So I'll probably listen to that at work.
So
as
I
well.
just looked up his height. He is 6'2".
too tall.
It's too tall.
That's
tall.
okay. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just saying, like sometimes
I'm into Taron Egerton. as
He is
Wolverine.
a
I am in a Taron Egerton too.
But
Yeah.
good
100%.
lord, he is a handsome man.
He is, yeah.
I kind of like him
He's a
with
good
his-
actor.
I know this is going off the Hobbit films, but I really like him with that beard.
No, yeah, he's a good audio Wolverine. I'll say that.
Okay.
Let's see. I played a little Hitman. I played a little bit of video games, not too much. Sparks was gone half the week, and he's usually my entertainment man. So I mostly just listened to Wolverine and played some video games. It's a pretty easy week.
Cool.
Did you get through Zelda anymore or no?
No, I'm still at the last boss, and I'm just gonna wait to give myself dedication to that.
Okay.
I read more comics. I read a lot of comics this week.
Yeah.
And again, the X-Men books are rock solid. Big development this week. It's real cool.
Oh yeah. So I actually won a copy of Powers of X #2 from the Downright Nerdy.
You won the variant that I just bought.
I don't think it was the variant you bought because I was looking at the picture for their thing and I think it's the regular cover.
Okay.
So, but still, I don't have Powers of X #1 or House of X 1 and 2. So it's like, cool. I have to borrow stuff from Ryan now.
It's a good book.
It is. I'm broke.
No, I feel you, dude.
Yeah, I get that.
I think that's it. That was pretty easy.
I only had 2 comic books in my pull list this week. It was awesome.
Damn, dude.
One was Ghost Spider, which I'm catching up on. I'm catching up on Spider-Gwen, a.k.a. Ghost Spider, which leads into the Ghost Spider series. I hate it when they do this. But
Man, no character has been relaunched maybe more than for poor Gwen.
4 times now, I think. Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
I still like it. It's got a different tone than the first series, the Rodriguez Latourier series, which I really loved.
Same.
They're doing something really interesting. If you've read that run, you know that her suit is the symbiote right now, is a Venom symbiote. They're doing something interesting where it's leaking. It's like falling off of her in little spiders. It's really cool.
That's
I'm
awesome.
interested to see
Infecting
where
other
they-
people, maybe?
Well, I don't know yet.
Oh.
I'm interested to see where that goes. I also caught up on Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
That book's awesome.
Swamp Thing's still on there?
Yeah, he is.
All right, I got to read it.
They just introduced. You might like this. Because the Parliament of Trees are destroyed. The Upside Down Man destroyed them. They just introduced the Parliament of Flowers.
Oh, okay.
that's going to take over their spot in the green.
Okay.
So they needed an avatar. So they created a
Oh, is this where I saw Jason Woodrue's daughter?
yes.
Okay. I have to read this book.
Yeah.
Because her name's Briar, and I'm like,
Briar Rose. God.
why? You can't do this to me. I just watched Swamp Thing with Jason Woodrue. Now you're giving me more Jason Woodrue. I got to get it.
Yeah, this book is real good.
Okay. What issue is it on? Is it 12?
15, I think.
Okay. That's a little bit behind. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong. That was the annual though. That was really good.
Okay.
Constantine's back. They did this whole thing with the Lords of Order where Dr. Fate was bad guy. And that was awesome. It's a really good book. Really, really ridiculous. Mordru created the Lords of Chaos by turning the Justice League Dark into like perverted evil versions of themselves.
I love it.
Awesome.
It's my shit.
Yes, that's a good book. I like that book a lot. Let's see. I went to see Blinded by the Light.
How was that?
Really good.
That's good.
I'm glad.
I like that book a lot. Jesus. Movie.
Well, maybe it was a book. Who knows?
I like the movie a lot. It's based off a true story.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting. It's by the same director who did she did Bend It Like Beckham and Bride and Prejudice.
Okay.
Bride and Prejudice.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Support not just a female director but a person of color.
Yeah.
Director. That's really cool.
Yeah, the movie looked real charming.
Yeah.
I just like that scene in the trailer where he goes to America and is like, your reason to visit the United States is like, I'm here to see Bruce Springsteen's hometown. I can't think of another reason to visit the United States of America than to see the home of the boss.
Congratulations.
Stamps his passport is like, go young man, go witness
That's
greatness.
definitely a true thing that actually happened.
And there's more to that scene.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, in the movie.
Oh, that's good.
TSA gets the gloves on.
Oh, no.
It takes place in the 70s.
I thought it was
You
the
can
80s.
smoke on planes.
Oh, you're
I
right.
thought it was the 80s.
I don't care.
Oh.
It's not now.
Well, whenever Bruce Springsteen was big, I thought it was the 80s when he was like big.
No, this wasn't when Bruce Springsteen was big. It is 1987, by the way. I just remembered.
Okay.
Bruce Springsteen was old and done by the time this movie starts, and everyone's making fun of him for liking Bruce Springsteen because they want more hip music. And he's like, no, this is the best music.
It's hip to be square, baby.
I also went to see Good Boys.
Yay.
That was really good.
Hell yeah, man.
I haven't laughed like that since Shazam. Like for me, like having that good of a laugh is so rare.
And it's, I think that movie is pretty much constantly funny almost the whole way through, which is very hard for a lot of comedies.
I was hysterical the whole way through.
Yeah, those kids are very, very charming.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. I finished All Systems Goku,
Yeah.
the podcast, where they go through Dragon Ball Z Kai. That was really good. I highly recommend that show. Just listen to people who've never seen Dragon Ball before.
Slowly turn to love it.
Question everything, and then like, yep, this is Dragon Ball. This is what happens. There's a dog for a president.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, and I caught up on, we're 5 or 6 episodes from the end of Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah. Lots of fights.
I'm watching the dub, and right now it's just the 11th versus the 7th.
11th universe and 7th universe.
Yeah.
For those at home who don't know.
It's so it's the Jiren of the show, Top, versus Frieza, Goku, 17, who I didn't imagine to last.
Dude,
this
17
long.
is so cool.
17 and 18 are so good in the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, they really step it up in this season.
Ben, so 17 and 18 are on the team.
Okay.
And they're like rebuilding their relationship through this fight. And it's really sweet to watch because 17 disappears after the Cell Saga, pretty much. We don't see him ever until...
Yeah, well, 18 stays around because she marries Krillin and has a daughter with
so
him. 18
sticks around, but you find out that her and 17 are estranged. Like, they don't talk to each other anymore, and they haven't seen each other in years.
Oh.
So now they're fighting together, and they're kind of reconnecting and learning and remembering that they love each other, that they are brother and sister.
Oh, that's cute.
Really good shit.
Man, that's great.
Some spot-on Gohan stuff.
Oh, yeah.
In this Tournament of Power.
That's why I love Super, because like it gets to focus on a lot of characters who deserved more in the original series, and they're like, hey, this is the time where they can actually shine.
Kind of got the shaft
a little bit,
like Gohan did.
Yeah.
And the Gohan's talking about like he wants to get to a new level without going Super Saiyan. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. Because he can be God, Blue, whatever. Because he is supposed to be the most powerful of them all.
Yeah.
But he just never tapped into that power.
He's got that weird mystic power.
And Yeah, so the part where Ultra Instinct, which is really cool, but like Vegeta pushed through his limits and became like Super Saiyan Bluer.
Mm-hmm. Super Blue.
Which
he's bluer now?
it's Super Saiyan Blue, but he's just more blue.
It's basically like Super Saiyan Blue 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
He just got more blue, and I thought that was funny. Man, Goku with the Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue combo it's good, guys.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super's good.
It's very good. I'm glad you're here.
There's a couple of times where like I was watching while I was doing pictures, and there were times where I'm watching the show, I just stop. I need to cheer because like shit, this is awesome.
You've seen all the Roshi stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Some
Sparks
great-
bought me a Master Roshi Funko Pop that's in my room now because I love Roshi so much.
Roshi gets a good episode. Gets like 2 good episodes in that show. And that final arc, so good.
It's just, you have a team, and like, all right, we only have a certain number of people who could save the entire universe. Let's get Roshi. Let's get 17 and 18. Let's get Krillin. Let's get Frieza. I'm like, what a freaking team this is, man. I love it.
Also, I realized that whole team, outside of Master Roshi and Krillin, were all villains in the show.
Yeah.
From Dragon Ball to Super, they're all villains from the show.
Yamcha wanted to get on the team. Now screw you, Yamcha.
But like Tien was a villain from Dragon Ball. Piccolo, villain from Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Piccolo fights these Namekians from the 6th universe.
Holy shit, this is the coolest thing in the show.
The only 2 of them left because they absorbed their entire planet.
So you know how Nail like gives himself to Piccolo?
Yeah, Nail and Piccolo fuse, and then
so imagine millions.
And then Kami and Piccolo fuse.
So imagine
together.
all millions of all those people fused into 2 people.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so cool. Yeah, dude.
Some good stuff.
I cannot wait for that show to come back.
Khalifa and Kale merging. The fusion.
Khalifa still gets to me.
Yeah, well, Top.
Yeah,
Topo's better.
Topo's way better.
Yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot.
That was your Dragon Ball Super Talk, guys.
Yeah,
you should get on it.
We'll do more of it. I really want to do that Dragon Ball show.
I need to watch. I really want to watch the dub for Dragon Ball Super.
Buddy, I will loan you the whole thing. I own it.
Oh, cool. Can I have it? Or
Yeah.
can I borrow it?
Can I has
I've
it?
been asking you to. I've been wondering. I was going to ask you today too, but every time I ask you, you're like, nah.
No. I'll most certainly.
Well, once you're
watch
done with
it.
Jack, you'll need some more badass anime.
Yeah. I will happily watch Dragon Ball Super.
Hell yeah.
I forgot you have. I forgot. There are times where I forget who I'm talking to.
I will own the whole Dragon Ball collection.
Oh my god! So very quick anecdote. Yesterday, I was at GameStop because I got my pro. I thought my pro membership was
Power
expiring.
to the players.
Yeah, I know. My membership was expiring, so I went to go renew it with all the points I've earned since I go to GameStop a lot to buy my games. And it's fine; it's renewed. And Fanny was looking around the store, and she finds the the Sora Lion Form Funko Pop that was an E3 2019 exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw your Instagram.
Yeah, well, did I put it on Instagram? I thought I just.
Oh
tweeted.
no, you sent it.
Yeah,
to
I
us.
sent it to you guys, and I'm looking at it. And Fanny, of course, normally she would say, "No, you don't need it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it." But for some reason, she's like, "You should probably get this.
Yes.
You should probably
It's
buy
a good
it."
looking pop.
Yeah, I mean the box was a little beat up, but then she's like, "Hey, this might be the one pop that Sparks doesn't own, but you do, because between you, Brandon, and Sparks here, you guys have everything, and I have nothing." So I'm like, I might, and it was their last one. It was the standard price was $15 because it was an exclusive limited edition run
For E3.
For E3. And even when we were looking up on eBay on the way home, every other vendors were selling it for $25-$30. So it was their last one, and I walked out of there. I'm like, I had to get it because I wanted that Lion Form when I saw it for the E3 Funko Pops, and I got it.
Right on. So I don't think this is in the news, but I'm just going to bring it up real briefly. Game Informer, which is the magazine owned by GameStop, had a huge layoff recently,
no.
and that magazine might be going under soon
Oh,
because GameStop's in bankruptcy, basically. So that's a real bummer because there's a lot of really talented people who've been on that staff for decades almost.
That's
since that thing's been around.
The reason why I even have my GameStop membership is because I get the Game Informer subscription.
Same. I get
and
it every
they
month.
even asked me, "Is like, oh, do you want digital? Do you want physical?" I was like, "No, I want this physical. I like to flip through my books."
Yeah,
Or I like to
it's just a shame because that is one of the last like true gaming magazines.
Yeah.
And it's one of the first ones too. And it's a shame that they're owned by GameStop, and GameStop doesn't really care about them apparently.
Yeah.
So they just laid off like 20 people. That's all.
This just continues GameStop's horrible year.
Yes.
All right, shall we get into our news?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
And here's your bread. And your butter.
Okay, not in my ear, thank you.
All right, then time now for our news.
Yeah, time.
This will be stuff that wasn't covered at D23. The D23 stuff will be a little later in the
That
episode.
is the topic.
All right, so we start now with some Sony news. I figure we best start up the top with all
why
that
not?
stuff.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Sony. I'm sure you all know what we're going to talk about.
Yep.
For example, the Uncharted movie has lost a director again.
Oh, another one.
Oh no.
Dan Trachtenberg, who has attached, I think he came on board with Tom Holland. I don't
remember.
Wasn't
the
Tom
deets.
Holland was agreed to be young
He's
Nathan
still
Drake, right?
He is still attached. And Ryan, you said that by the time this movie starts, he will be old enough to play normal Nathan Drake.
If this has been in development for years and years and years.
Yeah, so he has left the project. Just another director.
Most recently, Dan did one of the episodes of The Boys, which was really good.
Really?
And he also directed 10 Cloverfield Lane.
That's a good movie.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I like the movie a lot. All right, they also acquired Insomniac this week.
Yes. So Sony Entertainment, their video game section, bought Insomniac, which makes the Spider-Man game. They've also made Ratchet and Clank. They made Sunset Overdrive for the
favorite
Xbox.
game series.
Yeah. Resistance, which is the first-person shooter in World War II, which is really cool. They have been primarily a PlayStation developer for decades, except for one game, and that one game didn't sell very well, unfortunately, but it was a good game. On the flip side, Spider-Man sold 13 million units. That's one of the highest-selling games of all time.
Yeah.
On a single console. So it's really smart for Sony to scoop these guys up and like, hey, make whatever games you want. We'll give you all the money you want, like double the money. Just put it on PlayStation.
Which is I find this news odd because it's like they were already been kind of exclusive to PlayStation ever since. I mean, Sunset Overdrive is the one exception to the rule, but all their games for PlayStation have been really good games. Ratchet and Clank is I would say it's a timeless Sony classic.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think honestly that's why, especially after Spider-Man was such a success. They're
Yeah.
like, these guys are basically our homeboys anyway.
think-
Why not just put a ring on
I
it?
think it's kind of like them and Santa Monica Studio. They're especially Insomniac now since it's official. I don't know if Santa Monica Studio is independent of Sony. They just have a good contract with them.
They are owned by Sony.
They're almost never mind then. So now they're just
I know that from the God of War documentary.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
well that's the studio that developed God of
Yeah.
War.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Okay.
Xbox has been buying up a bunch of studios. PlayStation's buying a bunch of studios. Like they need exclusives for people to buy those consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as we get into the next gen, because
Yes.
the prices are going to start getting a lot higher.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but this is only a good thing for Insomniac because that means that they're good. They are always going to be supported no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the big news of the week.
The flip side,
they mean the one that made everyone crap their pants?
This one came out of nowhere, guys. I'll be honest.
yeah, for real.
Sony and Disney, specifically, have
Had a breakup.
basically had a breakup.
Yeah.
The contract that was holding Spider-Man with both companies, Marvel and Sony, if you recall, Marvel and Sony a couple of years ago now entered into an agreement where Disney would be able to use Spider-Man and Disney produce Marvel films, and Sony will be able to produce Spider-Man films within the MCU.
Yes.
Basically, what we know now is that deal consisted of Disney being the creative producer, while only receiving 5% of the opening weekend box office,
Mm-hmm.
as far as merchandising, which they own the rights to.
Which is
But-
arguably probably more money anyway.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so Disney owns the merchandising rights, but only gets 5% of the film revenue.
Yeah, it's why there were no Fox X-Men film merchandise, because they own the merchandising rights.
Mm-hmm.
And Ike Perlmutter's an asshole. Anyway, but Disney had approached Sony to, because Spider-Man Far From Home is the highest grossing Sony film. It made $1 billion,
Mm-hmm.
billion plus, I should say, topping Jumanji, who recently held that record, I'm pretty sure.
Welcome to the jungle.
They wanted to go for 50-50 split down the middle for everything.
Including like helping make the movie
Yep.
and the revenue. So everything 50-50.
Yeah.
Which Sony said no to,
Mm-hmm.
but they were willing to keep the current deal in place, and Disney said no to that.
Yep.
So here we are.
Yeah. I feel like it was like both of them trying to be tough, and then just everyone lost in the end because
Yeah.
like nobody actually communicated or actually did anything. They're just like, oh yeah, well we want more. We're like, well we're not going to do that. F you. And then that's just it. Like, wait, we're actually done?
Yeah.
Because you can tell like everyone involved. Like there was my door closed upstairs. I got it's a haunted ghost. Like a day later, there was a video that Tom Holland and Kevin Feige put out. That's like, yo man, Kevin Feige said like I never expected this to last forever anyway. So I'm
Yeah.
happy that we got to have it as long as we can. maybe don't set up your movie in a way that makes him really essential to the MCU.
Yeah, and I've got the quotes from Tom Holland
Yeah.
and Kevin Feige.
Okay, go for it.
Tom Holland, the second thing he said about the thing, because he first said "I love you 3000" at the,
Broke everyone's hearts.
the Onward screen at the Onward thing because he's in that movie with Chris Pratt. But at D23, he was asked, and he said, basically, we've made 5 great movies. It's been 5 amazing years. I've had the time of my life. Who knows what the future holds, but all I know is that I'm going to continue playing Spider-Man and having the time of my life. It's going to be so fun, however we choose to do it. The future for Spider-Man will be different, but it will be equally as awesome and amazing, and we'll find new ways to make it even cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, Spider-Man has had a lot of really good movies before Disney was involved. It's had bad
Absolutely.
movies too. You know, every studio has a good and bad track record.
I would actually argue more bad than good.
Let's see, 1's good, 2's good, 3's bad. Bad. Oh, you're right.
I would say Amazing Spider-Man's fair.
I would give it a pass if anything.
Yeah, honestly, I like Amazing Spider-Man, but not as a Spider-Man movie.
No, I like Amazing Spider-Man fine. I definitely like 1 and 2 a lot.
I just look at
and then of course
Spider-Verse.
And then you got the masterpiece that is Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That's like masterpiece
and
level.
something we really didn't talk about when this happened, but it's actually making a lot more sense now for the future. Lord and Miller were signed on for a multi-year $1 million deal to make and produce live-action Spider-Man stuff and animated stuff. So I would not be surprised if they kind of become a new Kevin Feige for all the Spider-Man stuff, whether it's Tom Holland or TV stuff.
Yeah, I remember how well that happened last time. Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I like Lord and Miller a lot. And
Yeah,
they did Spider-Verse.
And they're only working on television stuff right now.
Yeah.
The other thing is, and a lot of people are blaming Sony, a lot of people are blaming Disney. Both are in the wrong,
Yeah.
I feel. One, Tom Holland will continue to play Spider-Man because his contract is with Sony.
And the dude likes Spider-Man a lot.
Yeah.
But he is not contracted for MCU films anymore. He is only contracted for, so Sony can make a Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
A Spider-Man Homeless if you want.
You know what? Do you think they changed the naming convention?
Probably.
Yeah.
What if they call it like Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yeah, maybe.
And this is like a fresh kind of start.
But they can continue any plot line that they want. As far as spoilers for Far From Home,
Mm-hmm.
which if you're listening to this, probably you've seen it.
Yeah.
His secret identity, his identity is out at the end of that film. They can continue that plot thread.
They would be foolish not to.
Yeah.
You can't do that to
They
us.
cannot continue the plot thread of the Skrulls
Oh, yeah.
or Happy Hogan.
Poor Happy. That's
Yeah.
of all the things, honestly, like I can get rid of that cosmic stuff for Spider-Man, sure.
Yeah.
But like, man, losing Happy, as much as people don't like him being Iron Man Jr., like Happy's an awesome character, and him and Aunt May together are so cute.
I mean, I think for the scroll part, that's fine because
I don't
that's
think
just
that was ever going to be continued.
yeah.
in
That was
Spider-Man.
just good. That was
wanna
just
say.
that's like Captain Marvel. That's for other MCU stuff
to set
down the
up.
line.
Yeah.
Which it's a huge bummer. And I remember when I first heard the news, I was mad at Sony. It's like, oh, Sony, how dare you?
Everyone assumed it was Sony's
Yeah,
fault.
everyone did. I unfortunately am one of those people who assumed, and then I read into it more, and I'm like, oh god, this
Oh,
is
how greedy is Disney? Right.
yeah. Because
And
if you
Sony, like I said to you guys at lunch, Sony is in a position of leverage now. Like before, when this deal happened, they weren't. They were floundering. They had nowhere to go.
Then they made Venom.
Then they made Venom. Then they made Jumanji.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are so well off right now
Yeah,
that they can be like, we don't need you
it's
anymore.
it sucks because as a fan, I'm pissed at Sony, but as on the business side, I'm proud of Sony for kind of like staying their ground. Because if you think,
Same.
Because I mean, yes, both companies are in the wrong, but if I had to choose, I'm kind of leaning more towards the side on Sony. Because think about it, Disney/Marvel, they're making,
Wasn't Marvel.
or Disney is making billions of dollars. They have Endgame, they have Captain Marvel, they have all these other billion-dollar IPs.
Ben, don't you remember they were $1 billion off of the $21 billion mark?
Oh, boo friggity who. Cry me a damn river.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, letting Sony have that for one character where they have everybody else. Now they have the Fantastic Four and X-Men. Those are going to be billion-dollar IPs. $20 to get down.
The only reason why I disagree with that statement, I've seen that statement a lot. The only reason why I disagree with that is because Spider-Man should be owned by Disney anyway. It is a Marvel character.
It is, yeah. But unfortunately, Sony has a golden egg because back when Marvel was bankrupt in the early thousands or the late 90s, in the late 90s, they had to sell their biggest IPs, and unfortunately, because of that, here we are.
And Sony, the reason why we got the Amazing Spider-Man 2, is because Sony has to be in production of a Spider-Man movie at a certain point. Or else
Almost all licensing
Yeah.
deals. That's why the Fantastic Four movies keep getting shit out.
Yeah.
That's why like that there was like an Electric movie and a Daredevil movie and like 2 Ghost Rider movies. They're like, oh, we got to get this out no matter the quality. Doesn't matter.
Or else we're going to lose the rights. No.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the only reason why I disagree with that. But however, I do agree with the fact that, look, there's a lot of gray area with these things. Obviously, there's legal rights. There's I think people are bringing in what's it called, the public domain rights now.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man would have been the public domain this year.
And a lot of
Interesting.
A lot of those characters would have been, but Lucas and Disney have changed the laws so much that whatever. I'm very conflicted with things like that. So I only got to focus with what this means for the future of Spider-Man in the MCU.
What future?
I don't think talks are over.
Yeah.
No.
I
can't imagine, especially like Kevin Feige. Like Tom Holland's an actor. Like he doesn't have actual leeway.
Yeah.
But I know Kevin Feige does.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's doing everything in his power. Like, you guys, we did not just make Far From Home for this to happen.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And so Sony released their statement, which is, much of today's news about Spider-Man has mischaracterized recent discussions about Kevin Feige's involvement in the franchise. We are disappointed, but respect Disney's decision not to have him continue as a lead producer of our next live-action Spider-Man film. We hope this might change in the future, but understand that the many new responsibilities that Disney has given him, including all their newly added Marvel properties, do not allow time for him to work on IP they do not own. Kevin is terrific, and we are grateful for his help and guidance and appreciate the path he has helped put us on, which we will continue.
So it's very bold of them to release that statement.
Yeah.
Because it's basically saying, like, hey, this is not our fault. It's Disney's fault.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that's good on you guys.
I really think talks will resume soon.
I do too, because, man, like, especially now that, like, we are getting the full MCU.
Yeah.
Like, if we're never going to see, like, Spider-Man and Wolverine or Spider-Man and the Human Torch hang out, like, when it's so easily possible
Spider-Man and his amazing friends are not possible right now.
And it's like,
we were
so close.
We were literally, like, 2 years away, guys.
It's Iceman. Who's the other girl?
Flamebird, Songbird?
Firestar.
Firestar,
Firestar. Thank you. She was my favorite on that old TV
Man.
show. I loved
But she
her.
was a stand-in for the Human Torch because they wanted a girl on the team.
I just didn't care. I loved her. I mean, I love Spider-Man. I love Iceman, but I loved her when I was watching that show as
But
a
both
kid.
of them are mutants. We're so close.
Yeah. There's an episode where they hung out with the X-Men. It was great.
Yeah, man. I bet deals are done for now, but I definitely think like they're going to try to get him back no matter what.
Well, also, what Sparks said, public outcry is also a negotiation tactic.
Absolutely.
So who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, now I've seen the memes. Like when the news first broke, the memes were all attacking Sony, and now the memes are like, "Hold up, it's Disney.
Memes are real good, too.
It's not just Sony; it's also Disney." And it's that scene from Rick and Morty where it's like, "Jesus Christ, cease fire."
I said this to you guys at lunch also, but like, you got to wonder because Kevin Feige obviously has a really good working relationship with Disney, but just like every now and then, Disney will make a franchise-altering decision for him, and he's got to deal with it. It's like, hey, okay, we got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. We got Cruise ready to go. Hey, Kev, we fired James Gunn. Good luck.
What?
Yeah,
all
so
right.
Guardian 3 is canceled and all that cosmic stuff is on hold. Sorry, Kevin.
Yeah. So okay, we got Spider-Man. We got Spider-Man coming. We just set up.
Oh, hey, we got James back. You could do all that stuff again, but Spider-Man's now
gone.
Oh
But-
man, that poor guy.
So I really think that talks will resume.
Yeah, I still think of that interview with Amy Pascal and Kevin Feige, where Amy's like, "Yeah, they kind of all live in the same universe," and Kevin Feige just goes wide eyes and starts staring, and and it's like the Arrested Development theme starts playing, and he's like, "This is my nightmare." So I don't want any more of that. But
No.
man,
Well, Amy's not at Amy Pascal's not head of Sony anymore, is she?
No, but she's the head of the Spider-Man films.
she's like, yeah, she's the Feige for Spider-Man.
All right.
Yeah, and to be fair, she has been involved in every Spider-Man movie.
She has.
So like, she has been there for the good stuff and
She's
the bad.
an idiot and an evil woman. I just want to say, there are some things about her that are out there that I'm not. That
I'm
are
sure.
not great.
Yeah, I'm sure. I still think she did make good Spider-Man movies.
She did
Yeah.
help.
So
make-
did Avi Arad, but he is also an asshole.
Oh no, yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah,
for sure.
but both of them made Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
That's
which,
true.
Yeah.
But remember, Amy Pascal is also responsible for the Sony leaks, and look what happened there.
Yeah.
Spider-Man happened there.
we didn't get our Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover.
That's true. We didn't.
That's a
sad.
crime in and of itself. I would have much preferred that over international.
So the other news that broke the internet that same day was that Matrix 4 is happening.
Jesus Christ, this is great. This
So-
is crazy.
A fourth Matrix film has been kind of talked about a little bit off and on.
It was so Zach Stentz was working on a script, and he's talked about it on Twitter before, and it was going to be young Morpheus stuff.
Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan was like rumored. We don't know if that's true, but it was happening, and then this completely different story came out.
Yeah.
Brandon, whatever it is.
So Matrix 4 is happening. Keanu Reeves and Carrie Ann Moss are returning to the roles.
That's weird because one of those persons is dead.
Yeah.
Two of them, arguably.
Yeah, yeah.
Morpheus isn't dead. Oh no, not Morpheus.
We don't know if
Neo.
Morpheus is
Shit.
coming back.
It was Neo.
It's left ambiguous if Neo is.
Yeah, he's like
left.
tied to the machine complex.
Well, the thing was that he was like being carried around. I'm pretty sure he's still.
You know
alive.
what, guys? If you guys don't understand Matrix 2 and 3, watch Patrick Williams' video. It's very informative.
Yeah, dude, that's great. You're right.
It's really good.
But
I'm
it's
still willing to bet Neo's alive.
yeah.
Well,
If
he's in this movie.
No, never mind.
At any rate,
Never mind.
Lana Wachowski is returning,
Lana.
but not the other Wachowski.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the original crew is coming back too. Original writers, sound designs.
Jesus, I wonder if the John Wick guys, because they were the stunt people for the Matrix. That's how they met Keanu and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, if they're involved, oh boy.
Who is the writers, the concept designers? Like a lot of those people are all coming back to do this. So very interesting.
I'm ready for some more Matrix, only if it's good, because we have more bad than good.
Especially if you know.
Well, actually,
if you know like what those sequels are about, a sequel to those doesn't make a lot of sense because of how really closed-ended that third film
yeah,
is.
Ryan, I would say we have half that's good because we have the Matrix and then the Animatrix.
Oh, you're right. I forget
And
about
then
the
two
Animatrix.
and then 2 and 3.
You're right.
Because
Okay.
Animatrix
That is
is
cool.
bomb as hell.
You're right. It is good.
And remember Enter the Matrix? Which
The video
was
game?
that video
And the
game.
Path of Neo. Those two games.
Path of Neo is real good, but I was talking about specifically Enter the Matrix
I
because
had Enter the Matrix and I really liked that
you
game.
needed to play that game in order to understand half of Matrix Reloaded.
Funny thing is, I did. My brother and I, we blazed through both
Blaze it.
J.M. Pinkensmith and Ghosts part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We beat that whole game. And then when we saw the second Matrix movie, we understood it. My dad was like, "Hey, what was going on?" And we had to explain to
Here's
our
the
dad
side mission they were
the
on.
Matrix
In that
game.
movie, yeah.
And he's like, "Oh,
That was an experiment.
It's a cool experiment.
it was."
They shot like 40 minutes of footage for that game.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
that's-
all like
that's really cool.
when we got to live action cutscenes in Enter the Matrix. When we unlocked those, my brother and I were like, "Oh my god, this is great!"
This is honestly like the early days of like the Disney Plus like streaming stuff being tied to the movies.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
piece of medium is directly connected that you should watch. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's really cool.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting to see where they go with the sequel.
For real, especially because it's not like a prequel. It is straight up like, no, we're doing it with those characters. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All
Especially
right.
because The Matrix wasn't rebooted at the end of that third film, which means it continues on as is.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. What's also interesting is that Star Wars is canceled. All of it. It's all gone.
Damn.
Oh no!
Guess we got to
franchise.
cancel our downright nerdy fight.
No, that's still going.
Oh, it's still going. Cool.
We're just not going to be talking about Star Wars.
Got it. Okay.
No, just the Star Wars Marvel comic. The main comic that's been going since 2015. They are finally ending it at issue 75.
That's a lot of issues.
Yep.
That's perfectly happy.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
run.
A lot of comics don't get that many issues anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I will be happy to get all those in trades because I remember reading and enjoying the Star Wars mainline books like a lot, and hearing it's gone to 75. It's a lot of trades, but that's really good.
I stopped reading Star Wars at 25.
Yeah. That's when...
The next writer took over.
Yeah, so that's really interesting. I didn't think they'd ever do it, honestly.
I think they're going to relaunch it as a new Star Wars book that's not so directly tied to that timeline. I think there's going to be a new book that's maybe in the future.
Yeah, so I definitely think there's going to be another book.
You can't just have a Star Wars book.
They're going to publish another Star Wars book. I think it's likely they'll probably jump to after Empire and before Return.
Yeah.
I think that'd be interesting to see.
Oh, so is the last issue going into Empire Strikes Back?
I think it's close, but it's
Probably.
not quite there.
Because the reason why I was reading these books is it takes place between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's filling in the whole gap.
Okay,
But it is
so there's still a
close.
bunch of gap in there.
I think they want to leave room.
Okay,
Mhm.
You know, that's what George Lucas always did. He wanted to leave room for more story. So I think that's the same thing. So that's interesting.
I can live with that.
One Star Wars things goes, 100,000 more end up in its place.
Yeah,
Or the other thing is, possibly another comic set after Return of the Jedi.
yeah.
Mhm.
'Cause that's a lot of unexplored space. And now we'll know a lot, and we'll know a lot of that story.
Literally, that is a lot of unexplored space.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Punisher is also getting a new title. 2 new titles, actually,
Oh boy!
by Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis tweeted, "I have 2 Punisher miniseries coming up. Soviet, drawn by Jason Burrows.
Jason Burrows. He did Moon Knight recently. He's great.
And apparently coming out in November, and Get Fury with art by Goran Farlov,
Hell yeah.
presumably appearing next year. Supposedly, and I didn't find this everywhere, but I found this in a couple places, Soviet is set within the main continuity of 616, and Get Fury is set within the Max series,
Okay.
which was its own continuity.
That's awesome. I love anything he does with Nick Fury because like his Punisher's obviously good, and he recently did Punisher the Platoon with Goran Palov at the artist for the second one.
Yeah.
And that had like Vietnam Nick Fury, and that's really cool. So I'm glad that he's back writing Punisher because that's one of the best things he's good at.
Yeah,
he's good at
the
Punisher.
Max Punisher series was always well regarded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is another Matthew Rosenberg joint. I hope I don't know if. Oh no, his Punisher is ending because he released a new cover. So his Punisher run's ending. So that's another thing that he took over, like the X-Men. That is just it's over. I'm like, poor Matt, poor Matt.
Brandon Routh is leaving Legends tomorrow.
Yeah. Sparks is the only one caught up, but he's like one of the main guys on that show
He's
for
been there
years.
since the beginning. Apparently, this isn't his choice. Also,
Yes, I also saw that.
Yeah.
So they're killing him off, or they're writing him off because they don't like him anymore.
they said nothing but nice things. Even he said like he was sad to go. Courtney Ford is going with him. I guess she's a new addition who plays Damien Dark's daughter. So she's also leaving.
Damien Daughter Dark. That's a shame.
I think it's like Dora Dark or something.
Dora.
I don't think it's Dora.
Can you spell annihilation?
she'll grow out of it. Underwater. The trailer
Heck
for
yeah.
Underwater.
This trailer looks awesome.
This
I wish
is-
the name was better.
Me too.
Yeah.
This is Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, I love Case too.
Yeah.
TJ Miller is also in it.
Yeah.
I thought we
He's
were
probably
done with,
gonna he's probably gonna die in the movies.
I thought we were done with him.
Guess not.
I wonder if this was shot like 2 years ago.
like underwater, like Sea Lab type of thing.
Yeah. The Wake, Scott Snyder.
The Wake.
Yeah.
Scott
Feels
Snyder's The Wake.
very much like Scott Snyder's The Wake.
Evil Mermaids.
Which got me really excited.
Did you get a good look at the monsters,
No.
or because it's definitely not mermaids?
Yeah, I thought it was when I first saw this. I saw the trailer was before Ready or Not, and
You saw the big screen.
Yeah, I thought it was before. Not before, but I thought it was more Cthulhu
Yeah.
because that sort of like we drilled to the bottom of the ocean and something awoke. I'm like, oh, is this Cthulhu stuff?
I
Is this like Cthulhu
see that, but I
monsters?
think it's not going to be as like psychological as it's just straight horror movie.
Yeah.
like Alien. Like I think
Yeah.
they just woke an ancient sea beast.
Yeah,
Which
maybe.
I like that premise a lot.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I got no problem with the
Yeah,
sea
it
beast
looks.
thing.
It has some really great shots in it. Like it looks like an artsy horror movie.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely stoked. And anything with Case 2, I'm in.
Absolutely. And then Antlers, which is Del Toro's new produced horror movie.
Yeah, man.
That one is now.
Spooky
That one
shit.
looks freaky.
Who's this? Carrie Russell? Is that who it is?
Shoot,
so.
I didn't get it.
Yes, Carrie Russell.
Yeah. Anything Del Toro produces, I'm in.
Yeah.
Just the whole trailer with the boy talking about the big bear
Looks very spooky.
and the bear story. I'm just like, ooh, this is. I don't know.
It's
This
spooky.
this is spooky
Yeah.
shit.
I wait. I want to see a second trailer
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I didn't give you a lot of like actual information, just a lot of visual stuff. But visually it looks super dope.
yeah.
So
Evil horns.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then, before we get into D23, there was another major convention that happened this week.
Yes.
Gamescom.
So Gamescom, you guys, it is a yearly event. It's much like an E3, but it's in Cologne, Germany. And how many halls at the San Diego Convention Center? Do you know?
Oh, you
E3
mean
is held at the LA Convention Center.
Sorry, the LA Convention Center. Sorry, what? San Diego Comic Con.
Oh,
No, I mean big cons. How many halls do you think that has?
Oh, that's A through G. I think.
Jesus,
No,
I
A through
don't know.
H actually.
Okay.
It's
so
Okay, so it's big. Gamescom, it's like twice that size. It has like 10 halls.
holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's 500,000 people. It's like the biggest gaming event of the year. It's incredible. Specifically, I just want to talk about Avengers. They showed off the 20-minute demo of the Avengers that was leaked. I'm still not sold on that game. Everything they said, it looks just like Destiny and not in the ways I want it to be. So it is a single player campaign where you play as each character going through its own stuff that is not multiplayer, and then there is multiplayer focused stuff. And they said that the map looked just like Destiny, where you choose different places on a map.
I don't like that.
And I don't like it at all. And the gameplay, like Thor plays like God of War, Iron Man's like a flying shooter, Black Widow's like an Uncharted jumping lady, Hulk just smashes things. It's archetypes.
Yeah.
And it's just not doing it for me, and I need to see more. I'm really bummed out. Next would be Death Stranding. You can pee in that game, and if you pee, you can create mushrooms that will heal you because there's a time fall,
Yeah.
and if you pee, it fertilizes the ground, and you make mushrooms. Death Stranding. There was a trailer with Guillermo del Toro where he's Dead Man, and he talks about the baby bridges, how the baby bridges are born inside these people called still mothers, and still mothers are connected to an opposite universe, and their babies are the connection. So they pull the baby from the womb, put this mother in a coma, and then that baby that you see that you wear is the bridge between multiple dimensions. It's freaking nuts, you
Death
guys.
Stranding.
Death Stranding coming out soon. There's one game that I saw that's a new game called Disintegration. It is a first-person shooter, real-time strategy game like Brutal Legend. Do you guys know the game Brutal Legend with Jack Black?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
So you are above in a hover cart doing first-person shooter stuff, commanding troops on the ground doing stuff. It looks super cool and very, very unique. And that's all. There's a lot of other game stuff that came out.
That wasn't all, because I wanted to touch on Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Okay, good. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Had a new trailer.
There are cars in this game, baby.
Yeah, there are.
I'm super stoked.
You can do the level where you play it, where you can get a license.
It is a big open world RPG, and I was very scared at first, but the more and more they show, the more it looks really cool.
It looks like we're going up to at least the Cell Saga.
Yes, and there's going to be additional stuff that Akira Toriyama has put in himself about characters and stuff.
This new trailer got me really excited because it was about the relationship between Goku and Gohan.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that.
There's the introduction of a lost Ginyu Force member, which I'm super excited about because I love those silly goofs. It's looking up to be really cool.
Yeah,
really stoked.
excited. Really excited. All right, so we get into our main topic, which is more news.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Wow, that was quick.
Let's just do it.
We pretty much blew through that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
All right, so the morning topic, which is just more news, which is D23.
All right, guys. We hated Disney, and now we love Disney. This is my Disney loving face.
Avengers Campus was announced first day.
Hell yeah.
Right away. I think there's more news this week, but basically the gist is that is what the Avengers land will be in California Adventure and other Disneyland locations across the world.
So that's what they're calling officially Avengers Campus.
Avengers Campus.
I'm okay with that.
And they will basically they'll connect with the other rides, so they'll have each a different unique that will connect to each other. Like the Avengers have built different campuses across the world in universe or something like that. I don't think this is in universe, but it's like doing its best to make it make sense. There is a Spider-Man ride in this one, which will have Tom Holland.
Ooh.
So, oops.
That deal's definitely going through.
Yeah.
I mean, theme park rides are different.
Yeah.
So we got some concept art, some pictures of what it's going to look like. I think it looks really exciting. I'm super stoked.
Yeah, like interactive, like a big place you just go and do superhero stuff.
Yeah. I'm thinking like Batu, but with Avengers. Yeah.
I just wanna meet. I just want to see a giant sweaty dude walking around in an Iron Man suit. Hey guys, I'm Tony Stark. Holy shit, it's too hot. Oh man, like Chewbacca.
I think a while ago I saw some like the land plans online somewhere.
Land plans.
Yeah, like where it's like, hey, this is where the Spider-Man attraction is going to go. This is where the Doctor Strange live show is going to be. This is where
that's going to be fun.
Apparently, there's going to be a brewery there. It's the
I saw that.
It's the Ant-Man. Are you ready for this, Brandon?
Oh yeah.
Ant-Man's micro brewery.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
I love it.
And I'm excited for it because it's like, hey, because California Adventure is known for having more of the alcohol. It's like, so a brewery, a comic book store, a really cool ride. And
the thing is, you need to buy 400 beers to get anything. To get any time drunk. They're too small.
Well, they'd be smaller than that, wouldn't they?
They'd be micro size.
Yeah. Oh no.
They're only half a cent.
Because this is Ant-Man, so a drink with Ant-Man would be like.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
It's way too much.
Yeah. So I'm
Flick
actually.
me.
Oh god.
Oh god. No, but I'm excited for Avengers Campus. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Opens. I think they're looking for an early 2020.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Early 2020.
That's what they said.
All right.
Unless I'm wrong, in which case they didn't say that.
No, I'm saying that was quick.
We're very prepared this week.
Well, of course, they've been building it for a while.
Building for a while, so yeah.
Also, early can be like up to like the first 4 months, really.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, they could probably have it up in like March or April, and like it's still early 2020.
But let's start now with Disney Plus.
Plus.
Oh boy,
The Disney Plus panel went for a long time. A lot of cool stuff. I think this was their highlight. This is the highlight
agree.
of the show.
Yeah.
They already canceled Book of Enchantment, which was interesting because this might be the quickest I've ever seen a TV show canceled
Wow.
before it's even started filming.
It must be bad.
Apparently, it was too dark for them, and they wanted to go a different direction.
What was Book of Enchantment about again?
This was about the villains.
Oh,
This is a show about the villains.
Okay,
Wow, a show about villains that's too dark. Crazy.
that's
I'd watch that show.
And I guess they
would.
tried to make it like lighter, but it didn't work.
I wonder
so
if they're just gonna like drop it on Hulu or something. Because if they have a show,
it's done. They pulled
Yeah,
the
if
plug
it's
on the
done.
show. No. I mean, like
they pull the plug.
they pulled the plug on the show.
Got it.
Like,
Like
it's not
mid-production. It got Swamp Thing.
Yep, pretty much. Except they weren't able to
except they
produce
didn't-
anything.
yeah.
Well, they didn't start filming at all. It was still the pre-production
They were
phase, right?
writing. They were writing the show, and they were like, canceled.
Yeah.
That sucks.
All right. So other than that, a couple of new shows were announced. For example, Lizzie McGuire.
Oh man,
I did not realize how much I wanted a Lizzie McGuire show.
I just want
After
Hilary
he-
Duff to succeed.
Yeah, after well,
You
she
should
kind
see
of
her
has.
new movie, The Haunting of Sharon Tate,
I'm okay.
which is about Marilyn Manson haunting Sharon Tate. It's really bad. Watch the trailer; it's great.
Well, I would say she kind of has succeeded. I mean, yeah,
I'm
she's
just-
not much in the limelight anymore, but she has her son. She's living her life, and
I just meant like big movie star.
oh, okay.
Going back to doing Lizzie McGuire, I never watched Lizzie McGuire as a kid.
I did.
yeah, I
I
did too.
loved that show. I loved it so much.
She was my schoolmate's babysitter back when she just got the show.
Really?
Yeah, before she got super famous.
But she
Hilary
will be
Duff,
returning.
really?
Yeah, before I moved back to Texas when I lived in California.
But this is not a reboot or a remake. This is Hilary Duff returning.
This is old man Lizzie.
oh man, Lizzie.
Heck
Old-
yeah.
I remember watching. There's like a clip of it where she was in New York. She has her job. She's with this really great guy.
Is this the new show or the
This
old
is the new show.
Because the new show hasn't started filming.
I know, but this is what the show is going to be about.
Where'd you see this?
It was on like Facebook. It was a clip from her press conference. Like a fan had his or her phone out, and they were
Oh, like what the show's gonna be.
yeah. This is what the show's. It was what the show's about.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much. It's like she lives in New York now. She's with this one guy. It's not Gordo, damn it, and she's studying to be interior designer or something like that.
Cool. Is that relevant to the original show that I just said I didn't watch?
Gordo's not in it, but I bet he will show up.
I hope he does.
Mm-hmm. Gordo's her BFF.
Gordo was her BFF turned boyfriend at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Raven Simone was getting a new show, a sequel to her show? That's
She
So
did.
Raven?
Raven's Home. It's up.
It's up.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
on. It's on Disney Channel right now.
All right, moving on.
Corey's house.
Corey in the
Corey
house.
Sounds-
Corey in the house.
All right, and the Muppets show got some new information on the
Yay.
Muppet on what is now called Muppets Now. There will be
Bert.
more Muppet content, but I guess this show will be an unscripted short form series, and that's all we know right now.
I'm actually.
Unscripted.
Yeah,
I
so
liked
those weird
the little memo that Kermit wrote, and then the lawyer redacted a bunch of things. It's like it's because I say so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I just Muppets are a national treasure, America's treasure. Just keep them going.
You know what?
I would have more faith if I believe that Disney knows how to handle the Muppets, which they have proven lately that they do not.
Was Disney involved with that Office style show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They produced it.
I watched it. At one point, it started getting really good. And I loved it, and then when I found out it was canceled, I was like, "No!" But I want the
The
Muppets
second
back.
season was a correction, but I wouldn't say it was great.
I only watched the first couple episodes and I liked it, but not enough.
I just watched it because I wanted to support the Muppets.
I did same, but it was too much.
That's all I
Yeah,
care about. I was
I
like,
believe
Muppets was back on TV. I'm watching the Muppets.
I believe I'm with Frank Oz when I don't think Disney has shown that they know what they're doing with the Muppets.
All right.
Yeah, I
So
would agree with that.
Be interested
Hey,
to see where this goes.
They know what to do with Yoda, though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hi, old Kermit Frog here.
And speaking of Yoda, Star Wars news.
Oh,
Oh,
The
Lord.
Mandalorian released a trailer.
farts, you guys!
Guys,
Holy farts!
this
Brandon, you were 100% right. You're like, if they would have told me this was a movie, I'd believe it.
looks- yeah, 100%.
Like this is the first time where like a TV show looks like Game of Thrones looks really good.
Yeah.
But like, man, like this if you put this in front of Once Upon a
This-
Time in Hollywood, I believe it.
Yeah.
This looks phenomenal.
This looks awesome.
the ship effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see a Twi'lek giving you a little wink.
And
I love it.
what's this? IG-11, which is
Yes.
Taika Waititi's character.
Uh-huh.
What
when
a cool robot.
That's what cued me, and I was like, "Shit, this is a TV show."
Yeah.
and that thing is that thing is like completely photorealistic.
No, I just love the imagery of the first shots of the trailer with the stormtrooper helmets in sand, and then the helmets are on the
Spiked
spikes.
helmets, yeah.
Yeah, and seeing that one guy, the actor whose name I can't pronounce, but
Werner
he's
Herzog.
Carl Weathers?
no, the one from Breaking Bad.
Oh, Giancarlo Esposito.
Thank
with
you.
With his Hitler mustache.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's there, and he looks like a freaking. Oh,
This feels like a straight up Western. Like there's Mexican
Yes.
standoffs.
Yes.
And like, oh, dude.
and we still don't hear the Mandalorian talking. I don't care. I'm fine with him not
Yeah.
talking right now.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Although
with
they
that.
did cast Pedro Pascal, which means we'll probably see him without his helmet.
Yeah, he's too handsome to keep
Yeah.
that face on.
He's a Mandalorian, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
This show looks incredible. I never thought the show would look this good.
Yeah, this honestly, like, back when this was very first announced, like, this was the one that I wanted the most. Like, it's the Wild West. It's after the Empire has been defeated, but
Yeah.
like they're still trying to keep power. But like, why or how?
The war's over.
Yeah,
so
like,
they're
and-
still trying to in the Outer Rim. They're still trying to get some
Yeah.
hold take some strongholds and maybe rebuild again. I was like, no, buddy. Republic's going to come after you.
The Republic doesn't come after them, and they do rebuild.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, First Order. Duh.
Yeah, where do you think the First Order came from?
I'd fudge off.
Yeah, man. Like Werner Herzog showing up in this is super funny and weird because that dude's like an extremely artistic director, and then sometimes shows up in weird action movies sometimes because he loves to act.
Max von Sydow was in
Yeah,
Star Wars
exactly.
Force Awakens.
Oh man, there's this tweet that was like, Max von Sydow got a call from Werner Herzog saying if he should be in Star Wars, and he's like, we all die someday, so you should do the things you don't want to do anyway. And I'm like, it was a fake tweet, but I'm like, that's pretty funny. Seeing these like super artsy fartsy guys showing up in Star Wars, I love it.
Yeah, Taika Waititi. We get the close look at Taika Waititi's character. We get Pedro Pascal killing a guy with a door.
Awesome.
Oh.
So cool, dude.
So
Don't
good.
build doors like that, first of all. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, the show looks great. I'm very excited for the show, and all Disney Plus shows will be airing weekly.
Thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm. So it's not. They're not going to drop it.
All
Not
weekly,
binge.
baby.
Oh, okay. So
Perfect for fake nerds watch,
Well,
baby.
I thought I was going to be able to binge The Mandalorian when it first came out, because the reason why I was going to buy Disney Plus on launch day, the day it drops, was so I could binge watch Mandalorian.
I'm
Yeah.
still doing that because all the other content that's going to be on there. Do you know how many movies are going to be on that show? They announced that every single one of their animated films, regardless of if they are in the vault or not, will be on
That's
Disney
confirmed?
Plus.
Screw the vault.
Yeah,
I'm not okay.
Also, what is it, $7 a month?
yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Who's not buying this? Come on.
I'm buying it, and I have Hulu, and I'm
It's
probably
cheaper
just,
than a meal.
No, once it comes up, once the option to upgrade comes up on my Hulu thing, I'm probably just gonna say do it. Just click it, boom,
it.
there it is.
Do it.
They also had a little bit about Cassian Andor's TV series. Not a whole lot. They weren't quite ready to announce what it's called.
I forget. Ming Na Wei from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
when is it The Mandalorian?
She's in The Mandalorian. That was just announced. And I'm like,
She's a Disney princess. She's in Star Wars, and now she's Marvel.
do you think she'll be in Mulan?
Oh, she is Mulan.
No, I know.
No.
Do you think she'll be in Mulan, though?
Maybe.
As a cameo?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the Cassian Andor TV series. Where was I?
Yeah,
they talked
Rogue
a little
One,
bit-
man.
They talked a little bit about it. First and foremost, confirming that K2SO will be a part of the show.
And Alan Tudyk showed up on stage.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I am way more interested in that now after watching The Mandalorian.
Same. 'Cause
Yeah.
this is the one that I didn't care about. But like, if it's half as good as the quality of The Mandalorian, I'm like, oh my god, hell yeah, Cassian all day.
The second
But
I
now
heard,
think about they can do K2SO well.
Yeah.
And make it look like he does in Rogue
Because
One.
I got money, baby.
Man, if
Oh.
all these Disney Plus shows have the kind of budget that The Mandalorian is showing, Jesus.
all these shows, Mandalorian was the showstopper. I mean, we're probably gonna talk about it later on, Lady and the Tramp.
It's not the showstopper. I will say what the showstopper was in
Oh.
a moment.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But for me, it was like, if they're putting this much money into a Star Wars television show that is streaming on a service that's only $6.99 a month,
So cheap.
they know that's like, oh, we know we're gonna get money for this, so we're gonna put everything we have to make this the best damn thing we can put out. And I am so effing excited for The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I am so stoked.
And I'm also really excited for Cassian Andor, the TV series. They weren't ready to say what the name is for various reasons, but they did put up a timeline which I thought was cool of the whole franchise.
I like that.
I like a good timeline.
So do I.
Marvel, where you at?
Yeah. They can't get their own timeline right first. They got to get it right.
The showstopper, as Ben alluded to, was in fact Obi-Wan Kenobi. And let me tell you, this was so cool. Watching him come out and being like,
Kathleen.
Kathleen, will you ask me in front of all these people if I'm going to play Obi-Wan Kenobi again? Are you going to play Obi-Wan Kenobi again? Yes.
He has like a pause and looks at the audience. Yes.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like, this is all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
I when Disney bought
This has
Star
been the
Wars,
holdout for,
Yeah.
for all Star Wars fans.
Mhm.
Every single, we talked about it last week. Every single Star Wars fan, whether or not you like, love, hate, whatever, any aspect of Star Wars, this is the one we all wanted. This is the one to unite the fandom.
And that timeline confirms it's about like 15 years after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's perfect, exactly where it should be, beautiful.
Just Kenobi being back, or Ewan McGregor
it's
being
before.
back.
It's also before Rebels,
Yep.
which makes sense. Also,
Mhm.
I'm so happy.
Oh, does Maul die in Rebels?
yes,
Yes.
So there's a chance.
there's a chance. However, in Rebels, Maul is searching for Obi-Wan,
Okay.
so there's room to play with that. You just can't have Maul on Tatooine
Okay.
because he doesn't know he's there.
There's no freaking way they don't put him in that show somehow, right?
I think there's
Like,
there's a
Just fan service.
I think it is entirely likely that a lot of the threads from Solo will end up in Obi-Wan.
Oh shit. Yeah. Is that the? Oh yeah, that would line up. That lines up.
I think so.
That lines up.
I think so.
Yeah, because Solo takes place before A New Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
but-
lines up.
But does Obi-Wan take place during Solo or after Solo?
The time-
They did release.
I mean,
the
15 years
timeline.
isn't that long.
Yeah.
So like it could be roughly around the same time.
Yeah. So either way,
That'd be awesome. I didn't even consider the Solo stuff.
Yeah, and I think Darth Maul is part of that.
Yeah.
But I would love to see what we were talking about for that movie play a part in it. So
Yeah.
like maybe seeing Darth Vader again, and seeing that final stand down of like, I tried one more time to bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, man.
What do you got, Ben?
Solo and Kenobi intertwine.
Oh, okay. So it'd be
Yeah.
a little difficult to carry on threads, but you could still have something.
No, like Solo could show up on Tatooine, and Kenobi could be a part of it.
No, I don't think Solo would end up. I'm talking about like Crimson Dawn.
Oh, okay.
You could still do something there, but since it's not after, you couldn't really have Kira.
Because
Yeah,
I'm
Crimson
looking
Dawn
at
works.
the timeline, and the Solo thing kind of branches because it takes. Do you see where I'm talking about?
So
Yeah, so Solo in the time period of Solo's like jump in time, when it goes from like the present to the current age, that's where Obi-Wan takes place.
Okay.
So it's a little before. You can still play with that.
They can mess with it.
Yeah.
Still opportunities there.
So is the Age of Resistance and the Age of Rebellion, aren't those the same thing?
No.
I'm just saying, isn't that the same thing, you guys? Come on. You can't think of a different word. Come on.
They
I don't know what you're talking
They
about.
had to keep the R's.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, Republic, Rebellion.
No, that's not why they did it. I realize.
You almost got me there.
But that is not why they did it.
Yeah.
Especially
Stop.
because Republic is such a different word.
Star Wars.
All right. So that's all the Star Wars news.
Yep.
Is it?
Till later.
Oh.
Some trailers for Disney Plus dropped, which was Lady and the Tramp.
Mhm.
So I was actually surprised.
I was too. I don't. There are some parts where you put the human eyes on the dogs
Yeah.
and it looks bad, but otherwise that looks really cute.
But they are real dogs, which is really cool.
They are real dogs.
They are real dogs.
They're
They're
all
real
found homes.
rescue animals.
And apparently, I didn't see who, but somebody adopted those dogs, like from the cast.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
That's
They all
really
found
cute.
homes.
What was it? I was gonna say? Lady and the Tramp is one of those movies that it's that one scene that I care about. The rest of the movie, I've seen the movie, but I don't.
It's an iconic scene.
Yeah, but I
Meatballs.
only know that scene. Everything else about the movie, I don't care. Or
I think-
okay, it's not that I don't care; it's that I don't remember.
I think this will be more along the lines of a Peach Dragon.
Or
which
like a
is-
Jungle Book.
Or Jungle Book, which is taking kind of the core idea, maybe some of the thematic, maybe some of the scenes,
Mhm.
but trying something different.
okay.
I
Dogs
did
are
see
definitely more expressive, so I wasn't hating watching these dogs talk as
that. But
much.
they also took liberties with the dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Than they did with they took more liberties with real dogs than they did with fake lions.
Yeah. Jesus, you're
Which is
right.
weird.
Wow, that's
so
weird.
funny.
But I do want to see this movie.
I mean, it looks it's a high budget, like fully
yeah,
featured
like
movie.
seeing Lady.
This would
as,
be on big screen.
Yeah, like seeing Lady as that cute little puppy. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
you're
they are cute
adorable.
dogs.
Yeah, they are.
And even Tramp, when he shows up, he starts talking to Lady's like, hey, I have no leashes. This is great. I was like, man, I just want to go find a dog and hug it. Luna, come here. I want to hug you.
But man, Sparks was right. They homeward bounded the shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, wow! I love
That's
it.
another wholesome show that I can't wait to watch.
I just want Jeff Goldblum
Did you
narrating
hear-
everything.
Did you hear his comments about Spider-Man?
I'm not a businessman.
They did what? No, say it ain't so. Spider-Man, I'm not a businessman, but like I was like,
Like, you guys can make it work, right?
it's just, do you care?
No, he's just like, this is the first I'm hearing about it. This is unbelievable.
You're in this franchise.
He's so funny.
No,
I
it's,
still want a Benicio del Toro crossover with Jeff Goldblum.
yeah.
Ooh,
The
animated.
Collector and the
What
the
if, baby?
Grandmaster.
Just
Yeah.
wait for the what if.
I don't want it animated. I don't want to see
I
them.
know, I do too.
We could still probably get that.
Throw in Keanu Reeves as the gardener or someone, or the architect.
Oh my god, the
someone.
gardener. That'd be great.
Lord.
Be awesome.
I'm into it.
Yeah. So this looks awesome. Looks really good.
Yeah, World According to Jeff Goldblum looks great. Lady and the Tramp looks really good.
6 episodes, I believe, is World According to.
Okay.
To the Jeff Goldblum. He's going to basically. He's
It's like a
gonna,
travelogue.
He's going to do a travelogue of kind of like things that confound him, which is apparently everything.
Yeah.
Which looks fun.
He's a very confused man.
No, just watching the trailer, it looks like he's having a
He's
blast.
going to give people tattoos.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Is it supposed to make
Ju-
that noise all the time?
Yeah, just him holding a tattooed needle is like, is this supposed to vibrate like this? Okay, here we go. It's like, what brave soul allows Jeff Goldblum to draw something?
If
on
it's
him?
somewhere that like no one could see, including me, then maybe.
I'd do it.
Like on my butt.
I don't know where I would.
Like my butt.
I
I'll
mean,
let Jeff Goldblum tattoo my butt.
Part of me is like, oh, Jeff Goldblum's gonna tattoo me. That's great. I don't. And then part of me is like, are you sure? How can
he messes
draw?
up and he's like, oh, it's a part of life, isn't it?
And then we've got some Marvel news.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Guys, my shill brain's going crazy right now.
What If was announced to have 23 episodes, which are going to be about all 23 films. So what if scenarios for all 23 Marvel films?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That would include the 2 Spider-Man films.
Yep.
Yeah. And we theorize because it's a television show. Technically, it's animated.
Yeah.
It's not film. It's not film rights, so
Now
they can do this.
Now, they said most of the cast are returning. It doesn't look like the entire MCU cast is returning, but a good portion of them
Geez,
are.
like 90% of them, I feel
yeah,
like.
but a good portion of them are to where I think you can make some accurate What If without having to recast any roles.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one apparently was shown, not in its entirety, but the animation looks a little bit like Resistance. Star Wars Resistance, which I'm not entirely opposed to. It's very colorful, very fun.
At least it looks vibrant, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we see apparently Peggy Carter is going to be Captain Britain.
Which I'm okay with. Well, actually, I'm more than okay with. Yeah. Why? You don't
She
want
is British.
No, it's not the point.
You don't want Captain Britain?
No, because she's not playing actual Captain Britain. She's playing Captain America, who's from the UK.
Here's why I'm okay with it. Because this isn't going to be Captain Britain. This is the what if scenario where Peggy Carter becomes.
No, I understand. But when you use a moniker like that, you can't. Okay, so Captain Britain is a multi-dimensional savior Green Lantern squad.
Yeah.
She is playing Captain America. She's English, but she lives in the United States. She's playing Captain America with a UK accent. She's Captain America, but they're calling her Captain Britain, which is fine. But it's setting the precedent of, oh, she's Captain Britain, and just completely ignore everything with the Braddocks and with the X-Men and all that stuff. So they're just going to negate all these potential storylines by calling her that. This is a what if.
I don't think that's true because
hope
of the
not.
what if scenario.
I do, but if they should have been smarter than to call her Captain Britain, because that is a moniker that a lot of people really, really love, including the comics that you guys read today.
I think they realize that Captain Britain is far enough away
I hope so.
from that. Like, if they ever bring in the character, it will be a while.
I agree. I just hope I hope so. I hope they're usually smarter about this kind of thing. So I'm
Yeah.
just
I don't.
But
I
once
think
again,
this will be interesting.
it's a what if.
no,
so.
I know.
So we also there's also a clip of
Brains.
zombie Captain America.
Hell yeah.
So now, for those of you who don't know, and Ben, I suspect you might not know, you might not have known this before this week, but for those of you who don't know, if you look within the logo of the What If, so the What If logo, inside the border, the silver border, are what I now know to be clips from episodes. So Zombie Captain America was there, so I was like, there's no way, they're probably just throwing in a couple What Ifs, but now knowing that, you can probably find out what a lot of these episodes are about by
I
piecing together those.
haven't looked since I first saw that thing.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, kind of cool how they did that.
Yeah. Tony Stark. Steve Rogers is gonna have like an Iron Man suit.
Made
which
by Howard Stark,
yeah.
which makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
There was there was one that they showed a like concept art of. It's so it's on Morag, it's Star-Lord, but when he undoes the helmet, it's T'Challa.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
So it's T'Challa going to get the Power Stone, but we don't know what that means. There's a new run recently with Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Panther, where there's an intergalactic Black Panther society.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing that stuff, but it was an image of T'Challa like removing the helmet.
Do you think it's a what if Yondu got the wrong kid?
Holy shit!
It could be.
That's amazing, Brandon. I didn't even think of that.
They could.
Humans look alike to me,
Yeah, exactly.
dude. That's actually really funny. Yeah,
Yeah, who knows?
that's a good
Oh,
idea.
that's great. That'd be great.
Damn, dog.
Like, what if Captain America was a zombie? Like, a lot of those what ifs end up being
Yeah.
like that. All right, so WandaVision had some news.
Oh boy.
Randall Park, who was Henry Wu in Ant-Man and the Wasp, has joined
Uh-huh.
the cast as Henry Wu.
Yep.
Kat Dennings, who was Darcy in the first 2 Thor films, has joined the cast as Darcy.
Couple of sitcom people
Yeah,
for this weird sitcom show.
very interesting. That's described as part 50 sitcom, part Marvel epic.
Yes. So if we recently got the posters like right before this podcast started.
Looks like Sparks got himself one.
Yeah, and Sparks got one as well. So it's black and white except for the 2 main characters in the middle. The TV is showing a bright red light, and the shadow that's reflecting is their costumes of what Scarlet Witch looks like in the comics and Vision looks like in the comics. Except he's missing his Mind Stone. There's a separate piece of shadow that's where the Mind Stone should be. So this is going to be a very weird like Tom King's Vision run meets House of M, where she rewrites reality, which means they're giving her a huge power upgrade.
Absolutely.
Which she's kind of always needed because she's way too strong in the MCU. So I'm very curious what the show is, especially because it leads into Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
which is again the great thing about these Marvel Plus shows, these Disney Plus shows. They lead right into the movies.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I thought it was really interesting because they've definitely shied away from giving Scarlet Witch her classic costume before.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy headdress. Yeah.
I actually really like her MCU costume. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So interesting to see. I'm super excited for a lot of these Marvel Disney Plus shows.
Yeah, man. Pretty much all of them I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier has cast Wyatt Russell.
That Wyatt, that's his name.
Wyatt Russell as U.S. agent.
Yes.
A character I thought was Nuke, and then I realized that was the guy from Jessica Jones.
No, yeah. So in the 50s, when Captain America became Nomad, the U.S. government, which is actually what this show is going to be about, the U.S. government made their own Captain America. And U.S. Agent was a more harder-edged, like a shithole Captain America. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have Sam doing his thing, and you're gonna have the U.S. Agent. Basically, he's like almost like a Homelander, but not nearly as bad.
Yeah.
But like, hey, I'm Captain America. Screw you, guy who thinks he's Captain America.
Yeah. So it looks like just piecing together what we know. The government has created their own Captain America because they don't like that Captain America just passed off the shield.
Yes.
On his own.
I really love that idea, and they could. I had a thing, and it's gone.
All right.
All right.
This doesn't look like Kevin Feige was done yet.
Nope.
Because he took the opportunity to announce 3 new Disney Plus shows:
Oh boy.
Oh Lord.
Miss Marvel, She-Hulk,
Yeah.
and Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys!
You guys, every one of these is really, really special and amazing in their own way.
I'm pretty sure the second I saw the Moon Knight thing, I heard Ryan squeal from my house.
Man.
I legitimately, guys, I went to all of I got my huge box of signed comic books. And I immediately went to get all my number ones that I got signed. I was like, got my She-Hulk, cool. I got my Vision, great. Got my Black Widow. I got my Moon Knight. And I'm like, oh God, it feels good. It feels cool to like know all these characters already, man. I love it.
It's really cool because he added these 2 Phase 4. And these will be the first characters to be introduced through a Disney Plus show, at least like headline characters. Before now, all the Disney Plus shows have been characters we know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited to see how they handle a lot of these. I said before, I'm certain Mark Ruffalo was in the She-Hulk show,
100%.
at least at the start.
And if you look at the design for the Miss Marvel logo, the little period for the Miss, it's the same star that's in Captain Marvel's logo.
Nice.
So,
sweet.
because she's a huge super fan of Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
so it's guaranteed Brie Larson's going to show up for at least one
Yeah.
episode,
Yeah.
at least.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
Miss Marvel is an Inhuman in the comics.
This is where I'm not sure what they're going to do.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if they'll make her a mutant,
Or
'Cause-
do they make her just superpowered?
but like
The Tesseract is very powerful.
it is, but like it's a weird situation because you have they might just I honestly don't know.
Yeah, they do have the Inhumans.
Do they want to bring the
Inhumans?
Inhumans back because they are a big thing? Is this their way of doing it?
Is this a good way? Because she's the only Inhuman that has no connection to the rest of the Inhumans.
Yeah, she is ground level. Yeah,
She doesn't talk to the Inhumans outside of the initial run, outside
Yeah.
of Lockjaw even.
she loves Lockjaw.
Like,
Yeah.
you can just easily. She's a superpowered teen.
Yeah, my thing is what I was trying to say is like because you have like Spider-Man and you have your tech guys, but we don't have mutants
Yeah.
like we don't have Inhumans. Like there's like what is it in the DC universe? Metahumans.
Metahumans.
So that's like their blanket thing for everything. The Marvel doesn't really have that. They have Enhanced, but those were people who were experimented on.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if this is their way of just diving deep into Inhumans again. Because you can't just say, oh, she's superpowered. But why? In the
Yeah.
Marvel universe, she has to have a reason.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's true.
It's super exciting. That, like the creative problems that they've put themselves in makes me excited because I
Yeah.
know they usually can get over it.
It's like I talked to you guys about Thor: Love and Thunder. Like the hammer doesn't work the same way as it does
Yes.
in the Marvel universe.
100%.
So like you got to go over these hurdles. I'm super excited to see how they handle it.
Yeah.
And we had a discussion on Twitter about like what we want for this Moon Knight series, and the fact that you and I can speculate wildly about what this series could be,
Yes.
and both be plausible. Marvel has changed the game so radically that once upon a time we would say, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if Tobey Maguire and Ben Affleck did a Daredevil Spider-Man movie together?" No, that would never happen.
Yeah, man, we live in a multiverse now.
And now we live in a world where that's just common. And Marvel keeps upping the game.
Oh my God! Can you imagine after the Batman shit that Affleck went through? He's like, "Yo, do you want to be Daredevil for like a hot minute again and make it cool, like in a multiverse movie?" And he'll
Yeah.
be like, "Yes."
I'm too old.
How much money?
All right.
Man, real quick though, like She-Hulk is an awesome character. She has a lot of great runs.
Yeah.
She had a recent run with Charles Soule that was really fun. yeah, the Moon Knight is so cool. These are all really exciting, out of the box.
And they said
stuff.
specifically introduce them first in the show so they can come to the movies.
Brilliant, so good.
These shows are why I don't want Jeff Loeb on that service.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Because screw you.
Kevin Feige, you got this, baby.
There's a lot of people disguising their Twitter accounts as Disney Plus accounts and making
I got fooled by one, and it was a Wolverine one.
I got fooled by one too.
Which one did you get fooled
Quake.
by? Quake. Got it.
I was like, are they real? Wait.
There's one, it's a joke website, but their new thing is the Disney Plus logo, and there's one for Wolverine, and then it's there was one for Midnight Suns.
Oh,
so it was Blade, Moon Knight, Damon Hellstrom, and stuff like that. They were getting a lot of clicks that week. This week they were fooling us all, baby. It was awful.
all right. So moving on, movies. Let's start with Marvel. We're already here.
Yeah.
Kit Harington was cast as Dane Whitman, who is the Black Knight in the comics, or one of them.
Yes, he is the third Black Knight. Yeah.
So I actually wonder, because they were specific to call him Dane Whitman.
Yes.
I'm probably not seeing him as Black Knight in this movie.
So here's the thing: the first Black Knight was an evil person who passed down his legacy to his cousin or nephew, who is Dane Whitman, who takes it on. And he's like, "Oh, I'll use this now for good." And he was Avenger in the '80s, and he dated one of the Inhumans, or excuse me, he dated one of the Eternals. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not maybe Black Knight at the start, but you don't put Dane Whitman in this and not have some Black Knight-esque stuff.
It's like Kurt Connors in Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
You do it because the next movie he's going to be Lizard.
Yes, and he did date Cersei in the comics, and I don't think it's a coincidence that Cersei and the Black Knight were both cast in the same time at all.
Gemma Chan will play Cersei.
Yes, and she was in Captain Marvel, but apparently that character's done.
Who was she in Captain Marvel? Oh,
Minerva.
Yeah.
She was Minerva. She had one good fight scene.
Good for her.
Yeah. She's cool.
Barry Keoghan was also cast as Druig, who is a villainous internal. So.
Okay.
So interesting.
They showed all the costumes, and all the cast came out again.
About the costumes?
They're fine.
They're concept art.
They are concept art, and I did see a great post about everyone's calling these Jack Kirby fully inspired, and have you guys ever read a Jack Kirby comic?
Yeah.
Those are boring in flat colors.
Yeah.
So I think again, much like another movie we'll be talking about, we have to wait to see it in motion. In real life, because again, I don't think they've let us down for the most part.
Yeah.
Once it's in motion and on screen.
Yeah. Black Widow.
Black Widow, baby.
We got a first look at Black Widow.
Yes.
At D23, we didn't get it out, but we did see the poster.
I saw footage that was leaked.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Just good fight scenes. Just looks like a good fight scene.
Good. Let's see. Black Panther 2 they took the opportunity to announce Black Panther.
Wait, was there
2.
did anything about Black Widow? Anything more happen? Did they announce anything?
I don't think they announced it.
Or just okay, just making sure.
Yeah, so we Black Panther 2 was announced.
Rise of Atlantis.
We're not
is
sure.
What everyone wants.
Yeah. But they were not ready to say what it is about yet. They just gave a release date of May 6, 2022.
Yeah, it's far away.
Which means there are three more slots to fill in that same year.
Mm-hmm. Is that Phase 5? Is that the start of Phase 5?
I think Black Panther 2 is Phase 4.
Maybe the end of Phase 4?
I think so.
Okay.
I think we're done with Phase 4 announcements.
That makes sense.
All right, so let's see what else, because I was too lazy to write a lot of this stuff down.
Yeah.
Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker got a trailer released this week. Well, not this week. It will be released this coming week.
I was going to say, I didn't see it.
But the trailer was shown to audiences. I didn't read any descriptions of it. I don't know if you guys did.
I saw one thing on Twitter that made me incredibly excited, which means it's probably a misdirection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I think I know. I think we're talking about the same thing.
I saw nothing. I'm going to stay away until I see that trailer.
Saw a shitty poster.
When that comes out.
And we did
Besides
get the poster. We did get the poster, which if you take Palpatine out of the poster, it's okay.
Yeah.
But if you put Palpatine in the poster, not okay.
I don't get it.
That's really
This
bad.
is Disney. They have literally all the money in the world. How did they let this bad poster come out?
So bad.
Palpatine looks like Clone Wars Palpatine.
Disney's Jungle Cruise had some footage, but we
Ooh.
didn't see anything. Maleficent talked about...
Hold on, real quick. The Jungle Cruise movie said they had 90s mummy vibes.
You're right.
Okay.
So that's what gets me excited.
Yeah,
that's
I'm down for that.
Mistress of Evil, apparently she's part of a race called the Dark Fae.
Okay.
So like a dark fairy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's like the villains are going to be her species.
Dark phase.
Showed a bit of Mulan. The actress did not show due to
Surprising.
controversy.
Surprising.
So that's too bad.
Did you hear if they were positive about the footage?
A lot of people said it looked really good.
Cool.
The original music is sewn in through the score, which I think is a good
Or like
choice.
more orchestral and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured.
We got a first look at Cruella.
Oh, I think I saw
Guys, I got a little
a-
vapors.
quick glimpse of Emma Stone
Yeah.
as Cruella de Vil.
It is we get a picture of her as Emma Stone, as Cruella de Vil. It's a 1970s.
I think she looks real good.
Yeah.
That works for me real good. Didn't that movie get delayed till like 2 years from now? It comes out really late.
2021, I think. Is
That's
its
so
release,
far
yeah.
to be seeing pictures and stuff for it already.
Well, I think they're just about ready to film.
Yeah.
Something took its place. The Empty Man by Cullen Bunn, which is a Fox property that Disney has inherited.
For a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So Disney's not canceling everything.
There you go.
There you
Good
go.
job, Colin Bunn.
Pixar's new film Soul. This is the one after Onward. We got a first look at that. They did release a couple of little concept thingies.
Wait, what's it called?
Soul.
Soul. Got it.
Soul.
So think inside out, but for your soul.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see. They released a voice cast, which let me pull that up real quick.
Bet it's got good people in it.
Joey Gardner will play is the main character. He's going to be played by Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Felicia Rashad is playing Joey's mother, Liba. Joey's neighborhood nemesis, Paul, is played by Daveed Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Questlove
Hey,
plays Curly, and 22 is played by Tina Fey.
Tina Fey's back.
Yeah. So apparently the souls are all trained at the U seminar, and once ready, your soul graduates. But for Joey Gardner, his life hasn't quite gone as he expected. He's a high school band teacher and passion for being a jazz musician in his own right. But just as he's about to achieve his dreams, he dies, and his soul
God.
ends up at the seminar.
Damn, that's a Pixar movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome. Straight to death. I love it.
Yeah, there you go.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, kids, instead of like slowly working your way into death in these movies, we're just going to start that way.
It's directed by Pete Docter.
Yeah, okay.
June 19, 2020 is when it's out.
2020.
Wow.
Here's the
That's
official-
Pixar? When does Onward come out?
next year.
So 2 Pixar movies come out next year? Onward and Soul?
Doesn't
Oh.
Onward come out later this year?
Yeah.
Does it
When,
come out November this year, I think.
does it's really?
Let me look.
Yeah. Because I figure we'd get a new trailer for Onward by now.
Let me look.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
real quick, the actual synopsis for Soul is this. Ever wonder where your passion, your dreams, and your interests come from? What is it that makes you, you? It describes a journey from the streets of New York to the cosmic realms to discover answers life's most important questions. That's heavy.
Okay.
Release date for Release date for Onward, March 6, 2020.
Oh,
Damn,
so 2 that
2
year.
Pixar movies.
Close together,
Yeah.
too. Wow.
Interesting. 2 separate teams.
Interesting. All right, what else we got?
Man, they've never done that before, have they?
No, they have not.
They'd have done twice a year, but not that close.
Oh, okay.
Because Inside Out and Good Dinosaur came out the same year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Onward, we got some new stuff. Apparently, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland recorded together. Which I
Oh,
think is
that's
super
good.
cool. Very rare in the things. This is where he said, "I love you 3000."
Oh, rip.
Raya and the Last Dragon got me excited.
Yeah, I heard some good stuff about
This
this.
new animated movie
By Disney Animation.
By Disney
We
Animation.
were talking about that.
Wait,
Yeah,
as in like Disney
The
animation?
Disney proper is actually making another.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, Disney Animation. Same people that do Frozen 2. Well,
All right.
not the same team, but like same studio.
Mhm.
This is out for Thanksgiving 2020. The cast includes Casey Steele as Raya, and Sisu the Dragon is voiced by Awkwafina.
Heck yeah.
Oh, cool.
Raya and the Last Dragon is set in the fictional world of Kumandra, an
Bless you.
ancient Earth that venerates and worships dragons. The production team traveled to Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, Bali, and Indonesia to take inspiration from, quote, the beautiful and diverse cultures of Southeast Asia.
Awesome.
Really excited for that.
Yeah. Some of the images they showed were like super cool.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. And then Frozen 2, they talked about how they're bringing back the mother and father. I believe they cast Evan Rachel Wood
Hey.
and Sterling K. Brown.
Oh, great. That's 2 great people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
Wait, they're playing parents?
I think so.
That's funny because like they're both kind of young.
Yeah. And they showed some new footage there, and apparently it looks really good. It's apparently supposed to work in tandem with Frozen 1. It's gonna be like one story.
I hope so.
Yeah. So that's cool. Cool stuff. And that's really all they got from the movies section.
Hot diggity
And I
dog.
think that's everything. Is there
Hmm.
anything else you guys can remember?
Ooh, I can remember that large car outside.
Cow.
Cow. Moo. I mean, there was so much in these, man. I honestly couldn't even tell you if I forgot something or not.
The Breaking Bad movie. That was
Yeah.
not D23, but
No, but again, I don't know if I need more Breaking Bad, but it is directed and written by Vince Gilligan, and everyone's coming back, so I have no reason to not like it.
Yeah. October 11th, I think, is really
Yeah.
for that. Yeah. That's all I got. Really, it's too bad Sparks isn't here to kind of walk us through a little bit more of what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably give us some more detailed stuff that
sweet.
we missed.
Definitely.
But those are really the highlights, some of the most exciting stuff.
I'm just like, man, like I honestly, I had a feeling Miss Marvel was in the pipeline. I didn't have a feeling.
For a long time.
I didn't have a
ABC
feeling
was working
about
on a show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad it's not ABC then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Moon Knight and She-Hulk are like really out of the blue.
Yeah.
I did not expect those characters, especially like fully high-budgeted Disney Plus shows. I thought they'd be like Hulu.
I had
or
a
something.
feeling we're gonna get introduced to She-Hulk eventually.
I honestly, I thought she'd be like on Agents of Shield or something, like a throwaway.
Yeah.
But like, cause like
I'm
she's so
glad
much
she's
better
not.
than that. Yeah.
Moon Knight. I know we were hoping for Moon Knight for a while. I know the internet
thought
was hoping
Netflix-
for Moon Knight for a while.
I thought Netflix for Moon
like
Knight.
like the
Netflix-
Daredevil kind of stuff.
Yeah, but now that I'm most excited for Moon Knight.
Moon
I know
Knight-
I've only read. I think
Moon Knight
those-
and Blade are definitely going to hang out, you guys.
Hey,
Moon Knight and Blade are the only two. Yes, yes.
No,
the
no.
Jeff Lemire run.
that was the Lemire run that you loaned me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I made that a book club.
I really like that run. Blade and Moon Knight are the two that I'm like, oh, I hope you go a little bit more mature.
I unfortunately don't think they will,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
especially if it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like Moon Knight is he doesn't have to be like gore and stuff, but he's definitely a crazy schizophrenic guy.
I don't want them to pull punches.
Yeah.
Like, especially with schizophrenia. I don't want them to pull punches.
Same.
That's my only concern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted Netflix for a long time. Is because I knew they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Marvel Studios has not handled the character like Moon Knight and Blade before.
Yes.
So I'll be very curious to see how they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like all these like WandaVision might be like the most interesting to me because like I just don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest one for sure.
Yeah. Same with Rise of Skywalker. Apparently, people are like, "What is this movie?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after some of the stuff I read, I'm like, why would you put that in there?
Yeah.
That's so cool and weird.
I'm not reading anything about Rise of Skywalker.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
So,
Don't.
yeah, that's it.
D23 baby. It's not as long as Comic-Con, but that's
Nope.
okay.
It's still
Most
go.
Thank
Disney.
God.
All right, shall we get into our book club?
Let's book it up.
All right.
Bag 'em and tag 'em. Hey, welcome to the Fake Nerd Comic Shop.
Yeah, hi. Do you have any books?
Can you be a little more specific?
Anything readable?
All right, then time now for our book club. Ryan, take it away.
Hey guys, it's me, Ryan Oleopoulos, the #1 Rick Remender fan in the world. I decided to pick The Apocalypse Solution Volume 1 and Deathlock Nation Volume 2 of Uncanny X-Force. Art by Jerome Opeña, Saad Ribic, and Raphael Albuquerque. This is... so I've been reading comics a long time. I've read a lot of Marvel comics. I'm a Marvel guy. This is a mature book. This is the first mature book that I read that made me realize that comics could be more than what I thought they were.
Right.
This is a very intense book that deals with really intense feelings and actions, dealing with the murder of children. That's not something you usually see in an X-Men book or any Marvel book. So when I read this book, I realized, oh, comics aren't for kids. This came out in 2009. And then I became a Rick Remender fan ever since. But the art, the characterization, I think this is the best Deadpool has ever been. I think this book is truly sensational in every sense of the word. I love the idea, and I'm really glad that Marvel allowed them to run with this idea of, like, we have to kill a kid because he's going to grow up to be the end of the world. And that's, like, that's really dark. And I love every character's interaction with how they go about that. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about
I
it.
really like Deadpool's line where he's like, yeah, you're right. I never killed a kid.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Wade, you're always in it for the money. And he's like, yeah, but I don't kill kids.
Yeah.
And then you learn the revelation that he never cashes his checks. He's doing this because he likes to help.
Yeah.
Because Deadpool's secretly a nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is why I love Deadpool so much. He is so caring. He cuts pieces of his arm off to feed to Archangel when he's dying. I love this book. And he would never kill kids. My favorite thing is at the end of this book, because we're talking about the big issues of this book. It's Apocalypse is reborn. And the last horsemen of the apocalypse have been risen. They are basically the final bosses of Apocalypse. War, pestilence, death, famine, all that stuff.
These are like old mutants from ancient history.
And each of them has their own incredible backstory about how they're all either gross or shitty people. Like, oh, yes, I'll pick him from time. That's totally cool.
Yeah.
But X-Force is sent out to kill this resurrected Apocalypse, not knowing that he's a 5-year-old child. And I love this book a lot, and I think it's I think Phantom X, because this is the first time you guys have read Phantom X, right?
Yeah.
I've
This is
never
a
read
Grant Morrison creation. The dude's got 2 brains, and he has a living spaceship that's connected to his nervous system that responds to his every thought. If you guys have seen House of X and Powers of X, Charles Xavier, that's the body of Phantom X. Charles Xavier's brain is inside Phantom X.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Is Phantom X okay?
I don't know. He's had 5 different bodies. That dude is a crazy clone monster.
Yeah.
He's the ultimate Weapon X program. You guys saw in The World. The World is this giant Weapon
I
X.
did have a question. Is this
Yes.
the first time the world has shown up, or is this
I believe
before?
it's the first time, yes.
Okay.
But it's like a Weapon X has always existed, but this is like their own training place.
No,
basically.
it's really just Marvel Comics continuity. It's not really. So if you if you only know of Weapon X from the movies, in the comics, Weapon 1 was Captain America.
Yes.
And then from there, Weapon X is Wolverine.
Yes.
So it's all from the same.
Yeah.
from the same thing.
X-23 is Weapon 23. It's Laura Kinney.
Yeah.
What is her name now?
Bat.
She just goes by X-23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
And then Phantom X and Deadpool are part of the same program.
Yes. And then there's Nuke, the guy with the American flag on his face.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
one of them. There's been a whole bunch of throwaway ones.
Deathlock, I think, is one of them.
Deathlock is Weapon Infinity.
Yeah.
And that's in the 2nd volume, which is also a whole heap of fun. This is the best Deathlock ever, because Deathlock, who cares about Deathlock? But I just want to hear
But he
you
was
guys
in
talk
Agents
about...
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, I know, but let's Deathlock. Yeah. I just want to hear some of your thoughts about the. I think the first volume is much better than the 2nd volume. Even the 2nd volume is a lot of fun. The emotional resonant stuff is in, I think, this first volume.
yeah. I have to agree
it
with you.
starts very strong.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, especially when they finally get, like, you see Psylocke going over to Apocalypse. She's ready to kill him, and then the rest of X-Force shows up, and she's like, no, we're not going to kill him. We
You
can
will
train.
not. You will not hair one
And then,
hair on this
ri-
child.
and then right when Archangel's about to kill him, he's like, no, I can't do it. And then out of nowhere, Phantom X just pops him right in the head.
Yeah.
Because I know this also goes in time with Wolverine the X-Men that we read a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I'm like, how does Evan live if he just got shot in the head?
That's where 2nd volume comes in, baby.
Oh, yeah, the home.
I mean, I knew the character was alive because I just am familiar with Marvel Comics continuity.
These 2 pages that I'm showing you, my friends, are some of my 2 favorite pages in comic book history. There's not a single word on here, except for maybe a little bit of words, but it's mostly their reaction shots of Phantom X doing the thing where you like pull their eyes down after they're dead, and then it's just reaction shots of all of them in the ship of Deadpool with his hands on his head freaking out. Phantom X is just like staring blindly into space. Wolverine's like, yeah, we have to do this, and Psylocke is just like super pissed. And I think Rick Remender does a real good Wolverine. You guys,
He
I love
does.
his Wolverine.
I love Rick Remender's Wolverine, and I love his Deadpool.
Yeah,
I
his
love him a
Deadpool is
lot.
like next level, dude.
I like
love
his
it.
Deadpool as well.
Yeah, I think because I know we've read a lot of Rick Remender books, and I know I'm not the biggest. Unlike you, Ryan, I'm not the biggest fan of Rick Remender.
You don't have to be.
But I'm not the biggest critic of Rick Remender. I think what was another Rick Remender book that I said I really really liked? I know that
We've
happened
done Black Science. We've done Tokyo Ghost.
Have we done Black Science?
We did it a long time ago.
a lot,
Okay.
but I think it was before we had to read it.
No, because me and you were the ones who were the only ones reading it.
You're right.
yeah. Oh God, there was another book that he put out. It was like
Seven to Eternity.
Was it the fantasy
Seven
book?
to Eternity.
Yeah, it was the fantasy book that I liked a lot.
Yeah.
I think this one and Seven to Eternity are like up there for
Dude,
me
you know what's
in
funny?
terms
The
of
3rd
Rick
volume
Remender
of this,
books.
they go to the other world, and it's all fantasy based, where there's a like an evil goat Merlin
Mhm.
attacking the Captain Britain Corps, and it's all like a fantasy battle. It's
Oh, wow.
awesome! Yeah,
All right.
But that's
I
another
think
volume.
Uncanny X-Force and Seven to Eternity are my top 2 Rick Remender books right now, or the ones I've read.
I was really excited to read this. I've been wanting to read this book for a long time. And reading this, and then honestly, I only have 1 issue of Powers of X under my belt right now, and I plan on reading the rest. Spoiler that we're going to do an episode on it. But reading this, I'm kind of like, maybe I don't care about the X-Men.
Well, I am specifically the things you've read are mostly the more dark, mature stuff.
Yeah. But I like that stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to Marvel Comics, like Immortal Hulk is so good.
Yes.
I don't know if maybe I just have had a hard time getting into the X-Men characters.
Which is so crazy to me because you guys are such fans of the movies and you've never given the comics a chance. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Well,
That's why I keep making these book recommendations.
Hey, I at least have the somewhat excuse that my parents didn't want to take me to comic stores. They just didn't want to go through that.
You've been an adult for a long time, Ben.
Shut up.
No, I can't either, and everyone's got their own preferences. But I did like this. I was just kind of hoping I would love it.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite love it. Maybe if I read the whole thing, that might change though.
No, I still really enjoyed I enjoyed both volumes because I knew this went in time or went in line with Wolverine and the X-Men, and then when we finally see, when Deathlock shows
You
up,
didn't read Wolverine and the X-Men, right?
No, I didn't.
That's the one you would like because
Yeah.
that's the really happy-go-lucky one.
yeah. But then when Deathlock shows up and he's like Deathlock Prime, he's the one who goes against the
And
programming.
he's a teacher and stuff.
Yeah, he's the teacher, but also
I
like when all the
seeing
other
that- I like seeing that alternate future. I really like alternate futures. I know it's a staple of
No, I
X-Men,
do too.
But I really like kind of dark alternate futures.
Yeah, but one of my favorite scenes in Volume 2 was when they rewired Deathlock Captain America's brain. And
So
he was
cool.
saying, it's like, oh man, Apocalypse was the good guy. He was a savior. And then they're like, yeah.
There's the scene where Phantom X is like I think he's fighting Spider-Man and he like bashes it and you see Spider-Man's eyeball when he's like a Deathlock and then he's like, well, we didn't have a choice, and Phantom's like, I don't care, boom, and he just shoots him. I'm like, that's some savage shit.
That
It
is
takes,
real
it
savage
takes
shit.
a while to like figure out what that mystery is of like alternate future.
Yeah, I love it.
I really like that because you kind of get pieces of it until you realize, oh wait, they were actually trying to. They're still bad guys because they're trying to stop a good guy, but it's a good Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Because they don't know that Phantom X saved Apocalypse. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's a great like Memento-esque way of telling the story. This is an X-Force book. It's not technically X-Men, and this line is great. It's like, no jovial sense of adventure, no camaraderie, none to overcome the tension. This is not the X-Men, as they're about to go assassinate this child.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've read so many regular X-Men books that don't really try anything big or new. And this book, again, I read it 10 years ago now. I was just like, holy shit, comics can do this. Like, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Was this the same era as Dark Avengers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Marvel was going through a phase.
Yeah.
It's a good phase.
And also, because I remember you mentioning the scene where Deadpool cuts himself to feed Archangel, and then I finally get to that scene, I'm like, holy crap, this is the book.
Yeah.
This is the book, because you mentioned that quite a few times on this podcast, and you're like, yeah, this is where stuff gets dark. And I'm like, holy
That's a good
shit.
That's a good couple pages, though.
And again, like the super heady stuff that Rick Remender loves to do. So they talk about Betsy's talking with her twin brother James Braddock, who is Captain Britain.
Who was the first Captain Britain?
Brian
Brian
Britain.
He's currently dead at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is Captain Britain saying, killing children to preemptively halt potential evil. It's beyond the compromise of Xavier's dream. It's an abomination. And then she's like, where has Xavier's lofty ideas brought us? When we lived in a school as opposed to a protective reservation awaiting extinction, like when they're on Genosha. And she's just like, I just need to know that what does he say? I just need you to tell me that you understand what I did. Because she feels so guilty. And he's like, I cannot condone or condemn, but I understand why you did it. I'm not happy about it. And I think that is so powerful. And even Phantom X, who did this thing anyway, he still felt bad enough about it to clone him in the next volume.
Yeah.
So in the world is a clone of Apocalypse growing up, who becomes Evan, who becomes this new Apocalypse that's in the modern era. It's a real good and fun time.
Yeah, I like this. I do like the second volume. The first volume has got some heavy stuff, which is good stuff. Like, it starts really strong.
I think the art's insane.
Yeah.
Jerome Opeña's art is insane. Like when Wolverine has the pestilence and like he has the bubonic plague and every virus known to man.
Every single
He's
disease.
like there's pus and he's just like slowly dying, and it's just like he keeps crawling and he keeps crawling and he keeps crawling, and I'm like, man, Wolverine's so
that
badass.
is some creepy shit where he is infected with every disease known to man all at once, and it's just that is some
His healing factor can't keep up, baby.
Sometimes
it's
I
some
get a little-
harrowing imagery, but it's really, really good.
Sometimes I got a little confused with who was talking in the narration.
Mhm.
It's not always clear which characters are talking. in the
Dark blue is
narration.
Archangel, purple is Psylocke, orange is Wolverine.
colorblind.
Oh, it sucks. I keep forgetting. Sorry,
I
Brandon.
can't see purple.
I don't. Man, what does Thanos look like?
I told you, gray.
He's not the Hulk. So there's a great scene because Phantom X's whole power is misdirection.
Yeah.
When he's fighting War, the giant gargoyle monster, he makes the gargoyle pretend that Betsy Braddock is the one that he's in love with.
Yeah.
And since his entire thing is about death, the core concept of love destroys him. And
That
I
was
think
really good.
that is such an interesting idea. And there's one time where he's fighting Phantom X Deathlock, and he gets misdirected, and he's like, "Son of a bitch! No, I'm supposed to do that. This sucks. This does not feel good."
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that scene.
Because he's like, wait a second, something's not. How did
Wait, this
misdirection?
Yeah.
And he's
Also-
looking at himself.
I also love the scene where after she stabs herself, like Psylocke, Deathlock, and Archangel's flying over because they're together in this point, and they're like, I need go back. I want that. I need my sword. He's like,
yeah.
don't you have more at home? He's
I
like,
want that.
No,
"Yeah,
but I want that
I
one."
want that one.
Also, the Deathlock future, where apparently it's a utopia. super interesting.
Yeah, because like there's no crime, so technically it's a utopia, right?
All the superheroes are just
or just deathwalks.
are an obedient police force.
Spooky, man. Yeah. So there's Apocalypse hates humans, right? He wants to exterminate all humans, and they find a bunch of humans in a cage. And so Betsy's like, how can anyone do this? And Wolverine's like, humans are pests eroding the foundations of Homo superior. He wants them exterminated. Flash Darwinism. And then Wolverine snicks, and he says, what do you say we go and stop them? And it was like so many badass lines. When you turn the page, something cool happens. And Rick Remender is really good at doing badass lines.
I also like the Deadpool scene in Volume 2 where he's with Father.
Oh my God,
that is so good.
So Father's a new creation for this book, but what a cool, interesting creation because Deadpool just wants to be loved.
Yeah.
Oh man, he just wants a family
and
so bad.
He's getting it right there, and then finally like, "I will give you a kiss. I will give you cake and a kiss on your forehead when I took you in." And then Deadpool's like, "Hold up,
that's a little perverted."
He's like, "Hold up a minute."
This got creepy.
Yeah, and then he chops his head off, shows up to Phantom X, and just like drops the head. He's like, "Ha! I can do it. Suck it."
I'll end it up here after this Wolverine line, but Betsy's asking Wolverine, I can't help but wonder, is this smart? Just the four of us, like on X-Force, doing this? And Wolverine's like, no 4 people I'd rather have on my side, Pumpkin. None that are still breathing, at least.
Yeah.
And he could be talking about fucking so many people in that line, guys.
Yeah.
Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Colossus, any of them. I love it.
Oh,
this book's so good, you guys.
It is. It's really good.
That's it. I think this is a fun, mature X-Men book. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So next week, I guess it's mine. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I got some ideas. I'll try to lock something down by this Wednesday. That'll do it.
Heck
Sweet.
yeah, baby.
That's the show.
Another episode down the drain.
Yay.
That's where it belongs.
In the toilet.
No,
Double flush.
No, we have fans now.
All right, so
You're right.
I guess
We do. We have a big fan.
next next week. I don't know what we're talking about.
Is there not a movie?
Nope.
Wow.
The week after is It.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Really?
it's September, guys.
Yeah.
Jesus, what a year.
Oh, it's almost. I thought it was. Man, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
It
next
was.
week,
It went January, February, March, April, May,
August.
June.
Welcome to September. Hey,
March.
wake me up
Now it's August.
when
What?
September ends.
So yeah, so next week we'll figure it out and we'll tell you guys then.
Yeah, baby.
We have a YouTube page, as you know.
Yes, you do.
More than 69 videos on that page.
Yeah, we unfortunately had to make more than 69 videos if we wanted to keep the
too bad.
content rolling.
It's
more-
still nice though.
So Basement
nice.
Arcade is back.
It is back.
Yeah,
it's coming
Sonic
out weekly
Mania.
now. Sonic Mania.
Yeah, baby. Gotta go quickly.
And guess when you guys settle on Fake Nerd Watch, that'll be back as well.
We're still talking about it.
Yeah.
We have some ideas, but we're thinking about it.
Mhm.
Cool. And so, as you guys know, we are a Funko affiliate, so please click the link in the description.
Thank you.
Check out when you use promo code SHOP10 for 10% off your purchase. We have a Patreon, 2 tiers, as I said last
Double
week.
tier.
The $5 real tier and the $25 ship in a bottle tier.
Joke
which,
tier.
which is a joke tier. However, if you do subscribe to it,
It's not a joke if you make it real.
I will send you a ship in a bottle.
Ship in a bottle.
I'm going to post about that this week. We have a TeePublic, which we got some cool stuff on the TeePublic, and our newest "Don't Be a Dick" T-shirt is up there. Ben used that recently.
I did.
You did.
I'm
So
very
we
proud
got
of it.
We got a Fake Nerd Podcast T-shirts, Miscellaneous T-shirts, Basement Arcade T-shirts, Suburban Proctology T-shirts, and I'm going to put up a new design this week, which is Pi's design that he sent us. Our friend Pi Geron, friend of the show, he designed a 8-bit T-shirt of all of us.
I don't think I've ever been happier with anything in my entire life because, like, truly, like,
Don't tell what they are.
no,
Don't tell
but
what
like
it is.
for me, like, he knows who I am,
Yeah.
and that makes
Yeah.
me like truly happy.
I just couldn't believe that. Well, it's obvious who I am.
I want to.
so-
I want to know. We'll figure something out. But if you know what if you can pinpoint Ryan's design,
You are the ultimate. You are as nerdy as I am, and not many people can be.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm truly proud if you know what that.
if you can
is.
pinpoint that, let us know. We'll work something out. We might do something for you.
I'll do something for you if you can get it right off the bat. Yeah.
So yeah,
'Cause
that
I wanted to put. I took a screen. Because when we got the design, I wanted to post it up on Instagram.
not yet.
I haven't done it yet.
yeah. No, next week I'll.
When
post
can I do it? Because I want to do it
Tuesday.
like, really bad.
Tuesday.
Okay,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So yeah, that'll be up this week. By the time you're hearing this, you can buy that shirt.
Hell yeah.
I'll put a link in the description as well as Ben's new article will be in the description as well.
Super duper.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who listens. We greatly appreciate it. As Ben said, our show grows quite frequently.
We're growers, not showers.
Thank you to Jeremy Vellucci for our theme music and intro stuff.
New theme music.
New theme music.
Mm.
Yeah, I hope you guys like the new theme. We
I really
it.
like the new theme
Me
song.
too. You can find him at Jeremy Village at Keyboards. He does a show called Suburban Proctologist. You can find that on iTunes or wherever podcasts are. Facebook.com/Suburban Proctologist Official. Instagram at SubProcPodcast.
Whoop whoop.
Thank you to Mike Matola, good friend of the show, Mike Matola,
Yeah.
for doing our logo for both this and Miscellaneous. At Mike Matola, you can find him. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Fake Nerd Podcast. FakeNerdGuys@gmail.com. If you'd like to get in touch with us personally, I'm at BT McClure on Instagram and Twitter. Ben?
BenMagnet27 on Instagram and Twitter. And once again, you can find me writing articles for oldschoolgamermagazine.com.
Ryan?
I'm at DJ Tony Snark at everything. Sparks Witty isn't here. He's at SPKRZ Witty, only on Instagram.
There you go. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Rate and review wherever you get us. We greatly appreciate it. Until next week, guys, stay fake nerds.